All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Orioles BirdWatcher channel. We've got a special presentation here for you today, Grapefruit League action. Hi, I'm Steve, a.k.a. the BirdWatcher, and we're going to be in Dunedin, Florida today, where the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on their division rivals, the Toronto Blue Jays, as we begin our final week of spring training activity, gearing up for the regular season. And I'm here to call the game play by play, and we'll have a little bit of visual aid here to help track things as they go. And yeah, I don't have much of an intro for you. I'm kind of new at this, so maybe as we wait for things to get started. Hey, hello to Card Crazed, hello to Thomas, and hello to Sean. Sean, it was good talking to you over at Foul Territory earlier. It was nice that they were doing an Orioles-focused podcast today. It doesn't look like I'm getting the game on Masson today. It looks like I'm getting Toronto Sportsnet. But hey, we'll take what we can get. We got to do something about this starting next year. I mean, come on. Our team deserves better. The Pirates have like every game televised. Why can't we get like, I don't know, 10 games? But anyway, here we are. Looks like a nice sunny day. The weather looks good. And hey, here's the lineup for today's Orioles. And I got to tell you, pretty exciting if you're into the young player thing. Jackson Holliday's going to lead off and play second. Adley Rutschman will hit second and catch. Jordan Westburg in the 3-hole playing short. Colton Cowser in the cleanup spot. He'll play center field. Tyler Nevins at first base. Kyle Stowers will be in left. Kobe Mayo in the 7-hole playing third base. Heston Kjerstad is your right fielder. He'll bat eighth. And Connor Norby, the DH, in the 9 spot. For the Cole Irvin, by the way, is going to start the game on the mound. We'll see how he does. He's struggled in his past couple of outings. Oh, by the way, guys, Sean and everybody, how's the audio? Am I sounding okay? Do I sound okay? If I did this real quick, would you mind? Hello, hello. I don't know. How do I sound? I would love a little bit of feedback. I think when I did my stream last time, it took like 3 innings for me to realize I had some sound issues. Right. So let me go ahead and look up the Blue Jays lineup. It's not here on the. Hey there, PAS. Sean, the microphone sounds okay. Sounds great. Hey, PAS, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this game, but you know, it's a midnight start for me, and I'm just itching. It's the final week of spring training, and I need to get my sleep schedule and everything. Okay, we've got a lineup card here for the Blue Jays. George Springer will lead off, play right field. Vlad Jr. will DH, hit second. Bo Bichette is your shortstop. You got your free agent signing there, Trey Turner at first base, batting cleanup. Varsho's in left field. Alejandro Kirk, your catcher. Kevin Kiermaier will bat seventh. IKF is at second base. Cavan Biggio will play third and hit ninth. Chris Bassit, the veteran right-hander, will start the game on the mound for the Blue Jays. So it's Irvin versus Bassit, and there are your lineups. And hopefully, I really need to figure out which of these websites is best for me, because I tell you what, MLB.com is just too darn fast. They're like 3 pitches ahead of me when I've tried this before. I'm hoping maybe this Yahoo interface will help. PAS, if you're here, what do you think? What do you think I should use? I need something that'll slow down. Or is there a way to slow down a website? I don't know. I need a trick up my sleeve so everything's nice and synchronized. We're at a commercial break, so we should have first pitch here in a few minutes. I guess it's a good time to remind those, maybe if you're not watching this live, if maybe you're watching this later, you found my stream. First of all, thanks for finding my channel. Secondly, do think about subscribing. Whether you're an Orioles fan or just a baseball fan in general, I think you'll find this channel will be right up your alley for the upcoming baseball season. The plan is for me to attempt to cover every regular season Orioles game and hopefully more games in October. It's my first crack at this. I do come from a sports writing background, and I do have some broadcast experience, but I've never married those two things into one. But certain circumstances worked out in such a way where I'm going to give it a try. 2024 season. It seems like the right year to do it. The Orioles have a good-looking team, and I want to see every game, and this has given me an excuse to do it. So I'm excited. Sean, is Sean the only actual Oriole fan in chat at the moment? Are you feeling the excitement, sir? By the way, I do need a plan for when it comes to snacks and what have you. It's going to be a little difficult. You can't exactly order out at 3 o'clock in the morning over here, at least not on the weekday. Card Crazed is the Blue Jays fan. Don't worry, Card. I'll try to be as non-biased in my play call as we can, as I can. Okay, we've got a shot of the field here. The Blue Jays are heading out, and they're showing the Orioles lineup card right now. Left switch, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. That's how the lineup looks. And be prepared, opponents, to have a lot of trouble in those later innings when you're trying to play matchups with your relief pitchers. Because, you're never going to face two righties or two lefties in a row. I love the way we can build these lineups. Chris Bassit on the mound today, and he's logged 14 2/3 innings so far in the spring with pretty good numbers. 14 strikeouts to just one walk, a whip of .82. Opponents hitting just 208. A roast beef sub, some chips, and a Dr. Pepper. That sounds like a power lunch to me. Hot damn. I am down for that. Is this thing going to go live? Is this a live thing? Hey, Fitz, isn't Yahoo like a live interface? Aren't we going to get like some animation here or something? I don't know, but if we don't, we at least have a scoreboard. Here we go. Jackson Holliday is stepping in, hitting from the left side. And, we're about to get underway here with the first pitch. Bassit kicks and deals. And the first pitch is over for a called strike. Underway in Dunedin, Florida. The Orioles come in with an 18-5 record in the spring. The Blue Jays with an even record of an 11-11. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Bit of a check swing miss there from Jackson Holliday. Lots of expectations here for the top prospect in baseball, hoping to break camp with the team. And the 0-2 is upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here we go. There's a little bit more to look at here. All right. You might get a little bit of a jump if you're looking at the scorecard there, but just listen to me. I'll guide you. This one's low and inside, and the count evens up at 2-2. I don't mind my scoreboard being a little bit ahead in spring training, but my God, when the season comes, I don't want to have a home run out of the corner of my eye and then realize, oh no. Okay, this one's also in the dirt, and that'll work the count full. Here we go. Full count to Holliday, leading off here in the top of the first. Bassit has the sign, and his next pitch is swung on and hit right back up the middle. The shortstop, Bichette, though, was shifted over toward the second base bag. He makes the play, and Holliday is retired on the Bichette throw. One down, and that'll bring up Adley Rutschman. Oh, we're getting a little bit of StatCast information as well. No, it's saying Jackson Holliday singled to center. Oh, wait a minute. We might have a replay. That might be what happened. It was a close play at first. He was called out. And Bo Bichette is shown with his hands up in the air. He is on first base. Ladies and gentlemen, I managed to make the wrong call on the first batter of the game. Bichette threw the ball to first. It looked rather routine, but Holliday was hustling down the line, and he did beat it out. He's on first base, nobody out. I missed the first pitch. It was upstairs to Rutschman, and then the second pitch is in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to Adley Rutschman. Holliday at first, nobody out here in the top of the first. The next pitch is popped up foul behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It'll be interesting to see where Rutschman fits in the lineup for this season. He had some time leading off. He had some time batting second. I prefer to see him hitting leadoff myself. If Ced Mullins can get back into shape, here's the next pitch outside, 2-2. If Mullins can show he's got those legs working and, can hit better than he did in the second half last season, he was only hitting like 220 or so. He would be a top-of-the-order type guy. But that on-base percentage for Adley, we don't have to really sit there with crazy speed at the top of the order. You get Adley up there, he gets on base, you bring up Gunnar after him. You're off to the races. This one's fouled away. Count is still 2-2. Not every spring training game has pitch tracker available. Yeah, I'm happy to have any kind of information available. Half of the games that were on the schedule to be broadcast were not on. There was one game I set up to stream, and the time came, and there was no broadcast. Another foul ball. Adley working the count as he usually does. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holliday at first. And the pitch, 13th pitch already from Bassit, and it's just a bit off the plate. Adley works the count full. This is what you'd like to see. Adley Rutschman making the pitcher throw a lot. Get that count up. Let the rest of the team see what this pitcher's got. The next pitch is low and in, ball 4. There you go, Adley. Get on base, why don't you? It's what he does, folks. 2 on, nobody out. And Bassit already getting that pitch count up. 2 batters in. Sean, I don't use MLB Game Day because it's too fast. Like this particular interface, it seems like I'm only maybe 1 pitch behind. But on the MLB page, at least the last couple of games I tried, this one's inside, and I guess it hit off the bat of Westberg. It looked like it might have hit him, but he's still up there at the plate. So foul ball, almost hit him. So I'm trying to find an interface that will be a little closer to the timing, that I have watching. I don't want to be too far off. Here's the 0-1, hit up in the air, foul, and off to the right. 0-2 on Westberg. I would prefer the MLB site, and if I can figure out a way to slow it down, somehow pause it for 5-10 seconds, and then I don't know. If anybody has any ideas on how I could possibly do that, I'm all ears. Here's the 0-2, swung on and popped up, right field. Shading toward the line is the right fielder Springer. He makes the catch, and here comes the throw to third, and Holliday is going to stay put at second base. So good job there by Springer to hold Holliday at second, and that's not too good of an out there for Westberg. First and second, nobody out. and he fails to advance the runners. That'll bring up one of the hottest hitters in all of spring training, Colton Cowser. Cowser looking to make the team, and it is looking pretty good for him. It's hard to make a case for somebody else as a fourth outfielder at this point. Here's the first pitch to him, and here's a curveball swung on and fouled down the right field line. 0-1. Cowser really struggled during his first call-up last season. Pretty much an automatic out in the lineup. But boy, hopefully this spring is giving him the confidence he can carry into the regular season. He certainly has the build. He's got the pop. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That looked like a splitter, something that broke hard down into the dirt from Bassit. Pretty filthy pitch right there. Kirk popped his mask off to make sure the runners didn't advance. No balls and 2 strikes on Cowser. One out here in the top of the first. Bassit gets the sign. He's in the stretch, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He went with the high gas. Cowser unable to catch up to it, and he goes down swinging. 2 down. So Bassit trying to working out of maybe I can speak. Bassit trying to work out of a jam here after allowing the first 2 batters to reach. He's now 1 out away of getting out of this unscathed. Tyler Nevin at the plate, hitting in the 5-hole today, batting from the right side. And the first pitch to Nevin is in there for a called strike. Outside corner at the knees. Can you feel all the action in chat? Hey, there's 4 people watching. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, whoever the number 4 person is. Or anybody for that matter. Here's a big curveball swung on and drilled into left field. And they had the left fielder shaded toward left center. Holliday's going to walk home to score. It will be a long single for Tyler Nevin. RBI single, and the Orioles lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. Sorry for covering that up for a minute. Curveball, and Nevin stayed back on it and golfed it into left field. It looked like it could be for extra bases, but hey, we'll take it. First and third, 2 down, and here comes the man who made a lot of headlines on Sunday, Kyle Stowers. This guy hit 3 home runs, the first spring training player to do so since Cal Raleigh back in 2018. Or it might have been 2019, one of the two. It's been at least 5 years, folks. All right? It's a bit of an accomplishment. 0-1 the count on Stowers. And the next pitch is upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Is Holliday making the roster to start the season? PAS, if they can trade Ramon Urias before opening day, I would say it's a lock. If not, I feel like they got to make a decision. And I can get more into that in a sec. This one's upstairs. And the count 2-1 on Stowers. First and third, 2 down, 1 in, top of the first. Stowers now tied with O'Neal Cruz of the Pirates with 7 home runs. The next pitch is just a little bit outside. And the count 3-1. So Stowers in a hitter's count. All the confidence in the world. Let's see what he can get here on a 3-1 pitch. And he hits it hard, but toward the opposite field, and the left fielder is in position to make the catch. That'll end the inning. But the Orioles do scratch across a run on an RBI single by Tyler Nevin. At the end of half an inning, it's the Orioles 1 and the Blue Jays coming up. Yeah, with Holliday, we got to trade Ramon Urias, right? Because Kobe Mayo is making too much noise. We got to find a spot for him. And that means somebody in the infield. And you look at who we have. And Sean, tell me where I'm wrong here. What does Ramon Urias do better than, like, say, Jordan Westburg? Like, isn't Jordan Westburg basically Ramon Urias at this point, only younger with a higher ceiling? Like, even if Urias is a bench player, when are you going to use him? You're not going to pinch run with him. That's for Mateo. Are you going to pinch hit against a right-handed pitcher? He hits righties better than lefties, but we got all these lefty bats. You're going to have like a Stowers or a Kjerstad as a lefty pinch hitter option. And then again, if you're talking about versatility in the infield, you know, a guy who can play second, play third. I mean, that's what Westburg does. Westburg can play second, third, and today he's playing short. They're trying to get him ready to play short. For me, you got Mayo at third, Gunnar at short, Holiday at second, and then Westburg plays second when Holiday's got a left-hander on the mound, plays for Mayo maybe 1 or 2 starts a week, and that way he gets 3-4 games a week, and everybody's getting at bats. But yeah, they gotta get rid of Urias. Urias isn't having a bad spring either, so there's a team out there that can use him. He's not I'm not trying to talk bad about the guy. He's got value on a team somewhere. Cole Irvin on the mound here. His spring ERA has risen here in the past couple of appearances. First pitch is in there for a called strike from the left-hander. One of the nice surprises when spring began and the pitchers reported was seeing Irvin's velocity increase. Pretty much every pitch he has in his arsenal has added a couple miles an hour. This one's in there for a called strike, 1-1. The next one's in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike to George Springer, leading off the bottom of the first. Thanks, Card. I'll see you in a little bit. The 2-1 is swung on and grounded to the right side. A diving attempt there by the first baseman, Nevin, but it's in the right field for a leadoff single. So George Springer's on base. And the Blue Jays have something cooking here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Vlad Jr. DHing today. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Vlad hoping for a bounce-back season, and does look like he has trimmed a little bit of weight off. Although I have to say, when they showed him at the beginning of spring, he looked very slim. Now it looks like he might have added a couple more pounds again. This one's fouled back, 1-1. I'm always rooting for a guy who has my kind of build. You know what I mean? Here's the 1-1 count. A little bit upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. I was a big fan of John Kruk back in the day. I've got the John Kruk build. 2-1 on Vlad Jr. Runner at first, nobody out. The pitch is low, ball 3. So Irvin working himself into a little bit of trouble here. The plan, at least for now, would appear that Irvin is going to be the 5th guy in the rotation. This one's outside for ball 4. So he walks Vlad after giving up the leadoff hit, and now there's 2 on and nobody out. So pretty much the same situation that Chris Bassit had in the top of the inning. Irvin now, let's see how well he can handle 2 on and nobody out. And Bo Bichette coming up to the plate. You mean Cole Irvin? I don't remember being that much larger than he looks now last year, but fair enough. First pitch to Bichette is hit to the opposite field, down the right field corner, and it's going to be, is that a fair ball? Is it a foul ball? What is it? That's a foul ball. That ball was slicing to the opposite field corner, and it was a close call down that right field line, but it just landed on the foul side of the pole. Yep, there's a better camera angle. Probably about 6 to 8 feet. To the right of the right field foul pole. 0-1 the count on Bichette. Irvin looks at Springer at second. Now a double look. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled back, 0-2. So Irvin has Bichette in the hole. Let's see if he can find a way to maybe strike him out, give him to do something to keep these runners where they are. The 0-2. Swung on and fouled back. Bichette is up there hacking. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Another 0-2 coming, and this one is again fouled away. Oh, Bichette, he is a pesky fellow up there at the plate, isn't he? He reminds me a lot of Dustin Pedroia. Just a slap with a little more pop, obviously, but he's just a tough guy to get out. Another 0-2 coming, and this is way upstairs, and it bounces off the glove of Rutschman, and Springer's trying to go to third, and he doesn't make it. Adley Rutschman tosses a seed down to third base, and Springer is on his butt with his hands in the air going, what happened? I'll tell you what happened, Mr. Springer. Adley Rutschman happened. Oh, I got to tell you, it's a bad call by the umpire. Springer got his hand in there. Springer is safe. Springer got his hand in there. I mean, is there a challenge? I guess not. I'm telling you folks right now, Springer got his hand in there, but he's out. Here's a pop-up down the right field side, but it's going to go into the stands, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Bichette up there hacking. I can't believe it. That ball got about 10 feet away from Adley toward the first base side. Ran over there, picked it up, and threw a seed to third. Here's the next pitch. It's up and fouled again. My goodness. Do we have enough baseballs for this game? Bichette fouls off maybe the 6th or 7th pitch of this at-bat. Another 1-2 coming. And this one's in the dirt, 2-2. My goodness. Is this going to be a 3-hour game? Of course it is. I mean, we're in the first inning, and it's a 25-minute game already. Unbelievable. We're turning back the clock. No instant replays, no challenges, and long, long games. Here's a comebacker over the head, actually. And the second, oh, what a play. Westberg picks up the ball at the second base bag, taps his foot, then throws to first for the double play. What a stroke of luck that was. Irvin, if he had gotten a glove on it, probably would have only gotten 1 out, maybe no outs, depending on where the ball would have wound up. Instead, it bounces to Westberg, whose momentum took him to the second base bag. It's just an easy step, a throw to first, and just like that, the inning is over. At the end of 1, the Orioles lead this one 1-0. All right, coming up. Ooh, look at this. Prospect due up in the second. Kobe Mayo to lead off. Heston Kjerstad to follow. And Connor Norby. I like it. I like it a lot. Here's that play, by the way, where Bichette does. I mean, right here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this play, guys. This is the play that started the game where I said, oh, well, Bichette throws out Holiday. I mean, it couldn't look more like a routine play. Oh, great. It's going to pause. I mean, it's right to Bichette, and he throws it without any sort of, what do you call it? Like, there's no, he doesn't treat it like he's got to hurry, you know? And Holiday just beats it out. But wait a minute. Let me look at the umpire again, because I thought he said out. Oh, the umpire did make a safe call. One of those quick little safe things. All right, first pitch here to Mayo. Top of the second is low and away for ball one. So there's a little look at that first piece of action in the game. Next pitch to Mayo is swung on and fouled off to the left. Kobe Mayo, ladies and gentlemen, there isn't a player in spring I've been singing the praises of more than this kid right here. I think he's ready for the show. And there might be a little bit of a, seasoning, a little more maturing to do, but here's a nice pitch low on the outside corner. Got that low outside corner call there for Bassit. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Probably a good pitch for Mayo to not even offer at. Not much you can do with that one. Here's the 1-2. And another one low and away, and he gets the call, does Bassit. Boy, I tell you what, that's a nice piece of pitching. And Mayo walks away going, yeah, I don't know either, Mayo. I feel like Bassit took an extra inch or two from the same spot from the previous pitch, and the umpire gave it to him. So Mayo called out on strikes. 1 down. And up to bat is Heston Kjerstad. A lot of good numbers this spring from Oriole hitters, but Kjerstad not one of them. Hitting just .214 and has only 1 extra base hit in about 41 plate appearances, I believe. Here's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch, swing and a miss. A big cut there from Kjerstad on a high fastball. 1-2 the count. Bassit working quickly. The next one is swung on and grounded past the diving glove of the second baseman and into right center field for a base hit. A 1-out single by Heston Kjerstad. Nice piece of 2-strike hitting right there. That'll bring up Connor Norby, the 9th hitter in this lineup today. DHing in this one. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Norby is yet another reason why Ramon Urias is a surplus to requirements. Because, yes, Jordan Westburg is pretty much the new Ramon Urias. And then Connor Norby is waiting in the wings to basically be last year's Jordan Westburg. So even if you lose Urias and let's say Westburg gets hurt, you call up Norby. This guy can pretty much give you the same thing. Right-handed batter. What do you call it? The versatility in the infield. He's hitting 300 in the spring. Here's the next pitch. It's fouled back and the count 0-2. There's probably a solid 10 or 12 teams in the league where Connor Norby would be their first or second top prospect, but this Orioles farm system, he's like the 7th highest prospect right now. This one's in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's all I'm asking Mike Elias to do. Please find a trade partner for Ramon Urias and perhaps Kyle Stowers as well, because let's be honest, is his stock going to be any higher than it is right now? I mean, if he hits a home run in this game today, forget about it. The 1-2 to Norby. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Bassit's got some pretty filthy stuff. 2 down. Runner at first. And back to the top of the order. Oh, I'm looking over here and it says Norby's still at the plate. Okay, so maybe this the timing is pretty good here. Okay, Holiday stepping in, and the first pitch is way inside for ball 1. He has to dance out of the way of that one. Watch it there, Bassett. Don't be pitching inside to our top prospect. The 1-0 is hit foul behind the plate. By the way, for those keeping track, Matt Holliday now appears to be almost 16 years old. He looked to be about 14 when the spring started. Now he looks about 16. Here's the next pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bassett's up to 43 pitches already here with 2 out in the second inning. Holiday steps out for a brief delay. Now he's back in the box. And Bassett waiting for the sign from Kirk. Has it. Now he's just holding the ball. What do we have here? Here comes the pitch. Wow, Bassett held that ball forever. Outside, and the count even at 2-2. Whoever gets first overall pick next year will get a Jim and Jackson's brother. Yeah, the Holiday genetic pool is, they're like thoroughbreds or something. 2-2 pitch coming in. Here's a curveball swung on and golfed into the air to right field toward the foul line. The right fielder and first baseman out there converging, but nobody can get to it. It'll be a very drawn-out foul ball. Still 2-2. All right, Jackson. Show us something, why don't you? The 2-2. Catcher held his mid-high, and that's exactly where the pitch was. A high fastball out of the zone, and the count goes full. All right. 2 down, runner at first, so the runner will be in motion as soon as Bassett starts his delivery. So anything into a gap can drive in a run here for Holiday. The payoff pitch is outside for ball 4. So Holiday works a 2-out walk and pushes a runner in a scoring position. A nice at-bat for the young Holiday. Two on for Adley Rutschman. And the line keeps on moving. And here comes a conference here. Alejandro Kirk out to have a bit of a chat with Bassett. And there's some activity in the Blue Jay bullpen. They may be yanking Bassett. I don't know if that rule applies during all of spring where you can take a pitcher out and bring him back in. But again, he's up to 47 pitches here in the second inning. And that's probably not what Toronto... That's not the sort of pace they're hoping for here. And, in fact, they're going to go ahead and go to the pen. So, let's see if Bassit does indeed come back out for the third. But for the second inning, anyway, he's going to take a seat. We'll see who comes out to replace him here in a minute. Hey, how's the chat doing? Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, folks. And if you haven't subscribed, boy, I'd sure like it if you did. Hey, we got 3 people here. I'm a brand new channel. I'll take it. I'll take it. By the way, I do plan on buying a ring light and using some better professional lighting. Let's see how long it takes for me to see my air quotes while I'm looking at my little stream thing. Good Lord, how long is the lag? I'm doing air quotes here for about 30 seconds straight. Hey, there it is. Hey, all right. Wow. Okay. What's that about? Hey, Sean, you still with me? You might be able to help me out with a little bit of a lag check, just to see what the lag might be like for chat. All right, I'll just throw it out there. Is anyone hearing the sound of my voice? And if so, I got a quick little favor to ask. Let's see here. Okay, we've got a right-hander, Adrian Hernandez, on the mound here for the Blue Jays. Played in Double-A last season, 38 appearances, a 4.62 ERA. He's in there with Adley Rutschman up, and the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Rutschman walked back in the first. Now looking to drive somebody in. 2 on, 2 out. Orioles ahead 1-0 here in the top of the second. The 0-1 is upstairs, outside. Take your pick. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kerstead at second, Holiday at first. The pitch is in there. A changeup that Adley gave up on a little quickly. It was a hittable pitch. Just wasn't expecting that pitch in that location. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And here's one fouled back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'd tell you more about this Hernandez guy, but I'll be honest with you. When it comes to opposing teams and their minor league talent, I don't know much. Here's a swing and a high fly ball to right field. Hanging up there for a long time. Springer camps under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. So Bassit couldn't get through that second inning, but Hernandez comes in and shuts the door. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The Orioles lead this one 1-0. I'll be right back. All righty then. All right, chat has quieted down considerably. Hey, if you're out there, let me know you're alive. You got a crazy Orioles fan who's up in the middle of the night calling a spring training game from Thailand. Say hello to him. All right, we're about to get underway here for the bottom of the second. Wait a minute, this doesn't seem to be, this is not up to date. What is this? This is not up to date at all. This is still showing Connor Norby batting. All right, maybe I will go to MLB.com. Justin Turner is stepping in. There's a delay of some sort. A lot of heads turning left and right. Okay. We appear to be set to go. Turner now back into the box. And the first pitch from Irvin is in there, called strike. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch it on over to the MLB site. It's not my preference, but it's better than a non-working site. That one's off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is swung on and popped up. High in the air, down the left field line, in foul ground. And 3 Orioles converge over near the tarp, but no one can make the catch. There you go. It is a more aesthetically pleasing interface, isn't it? Turner has to go get a new bat. So a bit of a delay here. 1-2 the count here to the leadoff man in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Orioles over the Blue Jays. Here's the next pitch from Irvin, and it's a swing and a foul. Turner just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. This one's popped up and foul once again. Still 1-2 to the veteran Justin Turner. Next pitch, hit in the air, fouled once more, off to the right. We got another tough at bat going here. The next pitch is fouled away. Here we go. Both these starters today getting their pitch counts up. Another 1-2. This one's low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is fouled again. It's fouled again. What are we up to? My goodness. I'm taking a peek over here at the animation, and I don't know what pitch I'm on, but it's going to get to at least 11 pitches. My goodness. I'm going to guess this is a foul ball, and yes, it is. Fouled straight back off the advertising. The 2-2 eventually is outside, and the count goes full. My goodness. This is about the third at-bat of this game that's lasted like 6 minutes. The next pitch is hit on the ground to short. Westberg to first. In time, one away. My goodness. Might have been better to just put up 4 fingers and give him first base. Well, how many pitches? How many pitches in that bat? That was a lot. Here comes Dalton Varsho, having a nice spring, hitting .364, 7 RBI. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Irvin working quickly. And the next one, he tries to nip the outside corner, but doesn't get the call. 1-1. Hey, PAS, just got the laptop, which is what you see, and then my HDMI cable plugged into my TV. Nice size TV. I kind of wish I could have it angled a little better. But, yeah, just the laptop and the one TV monitor. Here's the 2-1 to Varsho. Swung on, and he loses the bat. The bat goes flying. It's a foul ball. And the count's 2-2. As a bat boy that looks strikingly similar to John Olerud retrieves the lumber. I'm all out of monitors, Pierre. Do I need a third one? I wouldn't even know where to put it. I've got no space. The 2-2 is upstairs. A breaking ball that hung upstairs, and that'll run the count full here. Another long at bat. My goodness. This will be the 36th pitch from Irvin, and it's low for ball 4. Varsho flips the bat and takes first base. That's been an issue for Irvin in the spring. Yeah, the stuff looks pretty good, but the command has been a bit of an issue. So 1 on, 1 out, and that'll bring up Alejandro Kirk. The stubby catcher takes outside for ball 1. Kirk having a nice spring. My goodness, .379 average with 3 homers and 7 RBI. Has not had a 1 walk, though. This guy's up here to swing the bat. Next pitch is just a bit off the plate, and Irvin falls behind Kirk 2-0. The next one is a called strike. Two and one away. Hit and run situation. Let's see. Runner not moving, and this one's a bit off the plate. 3-1. .40 pitches for Irvin. The next one is off the plate outside. So back-to-back walks. And Cole Irvin has pitched himself into a jam. Best thing he did was add a third monitor, but it makes it a tight fit on the little desk. Yeah. I mean, my desk is very little. This is a desk you might say would be suitable for a third grade classroom. It's quite small. Kevin Kiermaier steps in, left-handed batter. One of the better gloves in Major League Baseball's outfields. Can I say a sentence that makes sense? He's a good defensive outfielder. Let me put it that way. Okay. Kiermaier having a Kiermaier kind of spring, hitting .214. 1-1 the count. The pitch from Irvin is swung on in line past the shortstop and into left field, a base hit. Here comes the runner around third. Varsho scores, And the Blue Jays have tied this one up on an RBI single to left field from Kevin Kiermaier. And Cole Irvin is not having a good outing once again. This is concerning. Yes, it's spring, but there's probably going to be one more appearance for Irvin. This is probably his next to last spring appearance. You want to see him not get lit up, and you certainly don't want to see him walking guys and seeing them score. That'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa for his first at-bat, first plate appearance of the day. And the first pitch for him is fouled back. IKF hitting .321 on the spring. No homers, 4 driven in. The 0-1 is fouled back once more. No balls and 2 strikes. Irvin would do well to make this a short at-bat. He got 2 strikes. Hopefully Irvin can not let this at-bat go 7, 8, 9 pitches again. The pitch is on the outside corner, called strike 3. A big strikeout there for Irvin. Well spotted. And there are 2 away. And we're going to have a conference out here on the mound. Are the Orioles going to do the same thing the Blue Jays did and take Irvin out right here? He's at a similar pitch count that Bassit was, and indeed that is the case. So it's been almost a mirror image between Chris Bassit's 2 innings of work versus Cole Irvin. They've both given up a run. They've both had a high pitch count, and they've both been taken out here in the second inning with 2 outs. Break in the action. We have a 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the second. My goodness, we're in the bottom of the second. This game is an hour old already. This is on pace for over 4 hours. I was supposed to, do like a 2-hour and 15-minute spring training game, be in bed by 2:30 in the morning. I want to be up till 4 a.m. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining in terms of I love a good long baseball game, but not when it's spring training. Come on. Oh, boy. Looks like Cade Stroud is going to come in to replace Cole Irvin. I couldn't tell you much about Cade Stroud, but I will hope he can get the Orioles out of the inning here. That I can say. Oh, boy. Is it really only the second inning? I'm going to have to make some coffee. Yeah, there's nothing left here. I'm going to have to make a cup of coffee. That's all there is to it. Wow, there's some sort of promotion the Blue Jays are advertising at the ballpark there. Apparently, they're giving away hot dogs or something. We are in Dunedin, Florida, home of the Toronto Blue Jays spring training facility. We have a 1-1 tie here. Cade Stroud, right-handed pitcher, 35 appearances in Double-A last season. Here's the first pitch, and Adley Rutschman, after receiving the pitch, a quick toss to first. It was dropped over there by Nevin. They were trying to catch Kiermaier off the bag, but no dice. 0-1 the count on, I guess, who's up? Caban Biggio? Is that right? I forgot to even say. Yeah, Caban Biggio, the number 9 hitter. The 0-1 pitch is way upstairs. 1-1. Stroud wearing number 92, which probably tells you everything you need to know about his chances of making the team. The 1-1 pitch is just off the outside corner. Come on, ump. That's close enough. 2-1 the count. I am wondering when the Orioles are going to start making some cuts. I mean, this is the final week of spring. This one's off the plate outside. You got to expect here in the next day or two that at least maybe cut another 10 guys. I think they have still about 40 guys in camp. It's time to start whittling things down. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Biggio. And it's in there for a called strike. So Stroud works the count full. He's got 2 runners on. And a tie ball game here in the bottom of the second, 2 out. The payoff pitch is low for ball 4. Bases loaded. So you had Irvin in there who walked two batters already in the inning. Got the pitch count up. You go to the bullpen to try to put an end to things, and you bring a guy in. What does he do? He walks the first guy he sees. That's not good optics. And now you got the top of the order and George Springer up there with the bases loaded. First pitch to him is a called strike. Fastball right in there. I couldn't tell you what Stroud's arsenal is. I guess I could take a look. Looks like he's got a cutter and a 4-seam fastball, among other things. You would hope he has more than just that. Next pitch, up and in. And again, out of the corner of my eye, I can see that something is about to happen. I've got to do something about this. This is not going to work in the regular season. The 1-1 to Springer is lined into center field and in front of Cowser for a base hit. 1 run is in. The throw is to third. 2 runs are in the score. And the Blue Jays have taken the lead here in the bottom of the second on a 2-run single from George Springer. So Stroud comes in to try to shut the door, and instead he blows it open. He walks one guy and then gives up a 2-run single. That ball was hit pretty hard. First and second now for Guerrero, and the first pitch to him is a called strike. Three nothing Toronto in the bottom. We are still in the second inning. The 0-1 is way upstairs. Adley had to jump out of the crouch to make sure that ball didn't go all the way to the backstop. That would have brought another run home in all likelihood. 1-1 the count. I take that back. It's runners at first and second. I would have moved 2 runners in a scoring position, I guess. Next pitch is in there, called strike. Looked a little bit inside. Stroud got the call. I'm not complaining. Guerrero walked back in the first inning. The 1-2 pitch is low and in, 2-2. Stroud's 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. There you go, Mr. Stroud. And wasn't very impressive. He gave up a walk. He gave up a 2-run single. But, hey, you struck out Vladdy Jr. That'll end the inning. The Blue Jays take the lead. The big hit, a 2-run single by George Springer. And at the end of 2, Toronto lead the Orioles 3-1. My goodness, that was 2 innings of play calling. That was 2 innings of play calling. It is over an hour. First pitch was an hour and 1 minute ago. So a half hour per inning. Let me do some math here. Yeah, that's on pace for a 4.5 hour game. Fantastic. I might as well get the coffee going. Holy Toledo. They have special rules in spring training, Sean, where you can take a pitcher out if his pitch count gets a little too high and then put him back in the game. So they can sort of stretch the innings without, without totally gassing the arm. It's not 100% certain either pitcher is going to come back out, but the what do you call it? The option is there, which makes sense. I mean, the whole point of spring training is to get these players ready, particularly pitchers. And, these results don't matter. What matters is getting these guys ready. So we'll see who comes out here to start. And it is Bassit, indeed, back out on the mound. There you go. Okay. Westberg is in at the plate, and the first pitch to him is low and away for ball one. I got to check the Yahoo page again to see if they've gotten back to where they were, because, again, this MLB.com page, yeah, it still says 1-0. What is going on here? Come on, Yahoo. Hey, do you remember when you were like the number one website on the internet? What happened? Come on. I know it ain't the 90s anymore, Yahoo, but come on, you got to get it together. Westberg takes one off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff man here in the top of the third. I guess we'll just have to stick with this. Next pitch is fouled at the plate, 2-2. I cannot believe. Can we get one at bat that doesn't go at least 6 pitches? I'm just wondering. The 2-2 is upstairs. Hey, a full count. I can't believe it. I can't believe my eyes. It is a full count to Jordan Westberg here in the top of the third. The pitch is swung on and popped foul, and we'll do it again. We will do it again, folks. Why not? I'm going to go ahead and guess. Next pitch is going to be a foul ball. Here comes the 3-2, and this is a foul ball. Well, now I know why I'm not a professional broadcaster. I can't help but sit here and laugh. Okay, another payoff pitch to Westberg. Swung on him, hit back up the middle, and threw a base hit. A clean single right back up the middle. A fine at-bat by Westberg. And the leadoff man is on here in the top of the third. Bassit has gotten 6. Well, no, he hasn't gotten 6 outs. He's gotten 5 outs in this game. Somebody else came out and got that last out in the second. So 5 outs, and he's on 55 pitches. Whew. Here's Colton Cowser. And taking all the way as Westberg is off for the races, and he's going to steal second without a throw. That's why Cowser didn't bother even squaring up to try to hit. He saw Westberg with a big jump. He said, go ahead and take that base. Get in the scoring position for me, son. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Same pitch Cowser struck out on back in the first. Some high heat right there from Bassit. And Cowser chased probably 3 or 4 inches above the zone. 0-2 the count. Runner at second, nobody out. Cowser, you don't have to swing for the fences. We get that runner to third at least. Here's a swing and a miss. My goodness, Cowser strikes out for the second time today. That's the second time the Orioles had a runner at second base and nobody out and failed to advance. Let's see what Tyler Nevin can do. He has an RBI, the only RBI in the game for Baltimore, with a 2-out single back in the first. Kirk back out for the crouch and out to the mound to have a little bit of a chat here with Bassit. Perhaps going over the signs with the runner out there at second. Nevin is in the box. And Bassit back on the slab. He stares down Westberg, and here's the pitch. It's up and in, and did it hit him? Boy, that was close. Nevin just able to get out of the way. 1-0 the count. This will be the 60th pitch from Bassit. Inside, 2-0. Westberg at second. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air and slicing foul off to the right. Two and one the count. The pitch is swung on and miss. Another high fastball. That pitch has been doing well for Bassit so far today. Everyone's looking for that breaking stuff to drop in the zone, and then he comes in with that high heat, and they can't get the bat head up there. 2-2 the count on Nevin. Oh, and here's a throw back to second. A nice quick snap throw, an accurate one as well, but Westberg able to get back in there. It was close play. Two-two pitch to Nevin is inside, and it's a foul ball. Nevin chased one inside and tried to check a swing, but wound up fouling the ball off. Let's see how we can draw this at bat out. The 2-2 is fouled back. Why not? Why not? Why not? I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to lose my mind. Pitch number 65 is hit on the ground and chopped toward the third base line, and they're going to try to let it roll foul, but instead it kicks back fair. It's going to be an infield single for Tyler Nevin, as Biggio was expecting that ball to bounce into foul ground. It appeared it may have for just a moment. As we take a look at the replay, the ball did start to drift a little bit toward the foul side of the line, but then it took a turn back toward the fair territory, rolled all the way to the third base bag. So Nevin will take it. That's his second hit of the game. Runners at the corners now for Kyle Stowers, one away. Here's a chance to get at least one run back, if not more. The pitch is low for ball one, and it's behind Kirk, but he quickly retrieves the ball, and the runners stay put. Second and third. Want to know to Light Tower Power Stowers. The pitch, speaking of, oh, it's hit high, but not too deep. Into center field. Camping under it. Here comes the runner from third. And there's a play at the plate, but he's in there. It'll be a sacrifice RBI. Sacrifice fly RBI, excuse me, for Kyle Stowers. Add another RBI to his spring total. And on the play, the runner at second. Who's that? Oh, no, excuse me. The inning is over because the runner at second tried to get the third. I did not see the tag applied. The Blue Jays get out of the inning after an outfield assist there from Kevin Kiermaier, throwing out Tyler Nevin, trying to go second to third. And that'll end the inning. So the Orioles get one run back. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Toronto 3, Baltimore 2. And I'm just realizing that I don't have any more coffee. I just had my last bit of coffee grounds this morning. Hey, 3 people still watching. Or maybe you just got me on in the background with the volume down. I don't know. Either way, I appreciate it. So, yeah. 2 innings, 2.5 innings in the books. We're going to the bottom of the third, and I need some refreshments. First pitch from Irvin, who's still out there, and a line drive foul by Bo Bichette off the tarp there on the left side, bouncing into left field. Bichette hit into a double play back in the first. Three to 2 Blue Jays here in the bottom of the third. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Bichette, and he hits one. Oh, what a nice play at second base. Jackson Holliday with a backhanded play. Throws across his body and gets Bichette. I would like to see that replay, please. The ball wasn't hit extremely hard, but it was a lot of range there shown by Holliday and an accurate throw to first. He knew he had to just put enough on there. Nice play to retire Bichette. One down for Justin Turner. I was about to call him Trey Turner. Then I was about to call him Matt Turner. Next pitch is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Justin Turner with 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Here's one outside, 2-1. The pitch is over the plate but low. 3-1 the count on Justin Turner. And this one's up and away. So Irvin with yet another walk. How many walks is that today for Irvin? At least 3. Maybe 4. This is concerning. By the way, if you're familiar with my channel, I also do podcasts from time to time. Not so many, I guess, during the regular season because every day I'll be doing a game for the most part. But on off days or days where it seems justified. But my most recent podcast, I was talking about the idea between the Orioles' ease of schedule and the off days that are built in, that in the first couple of weeks or so, we might be able to do with a four-man rotation. And if we go with a four-man rotation, that would allow us to perhaps, instead of going with the conventional 13 position players, 13 pitchers, we might be able to get 14 position players and 12 pitchers. I think it's a good idea. Here's Varsho. And the 0-2 pitch, I guess he's been at the plate for a couple of pitches. Varsho strikes out on a called strike 3. There are 2 down. Turner's at first. What was that? Oh, my God. I just saw something out of the corner of my eye. Was that a gecko? Was that a gecko? Or am I just hallucinating this late at night? First pitch to Kirk is up and away for ball 1. I just saw a shadow streak across the floor. And I know where I live. That can only be one. That had to have been a gecko. This one's in there, called strike 101. So there's a loose gecko in my apartment. It happens. This is about to be the 60th pitch of the afternoon for Cole Irvin. Lined in the right center field, a base hit. It's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. Turner is chugging around third. They're waving him home. Throws coming in, and it is not in time. Rutschman held on to the ball, but the runner is called safe. It'll be an RBI double for Alejandro Kirk, and the Blue Jays add a run. It's now 4-2. And Cole Irvin is having another rough day. He's had several walks, and that ball was absolutely tattooed. Do we have StatCast on that one? I'm willing to bet that was well over 100 miles an hour. Alejandro Kirk absolutely squaring that baseball up. Kiermaier now at the plate, and he'll take a generous strike for Irvin there. That ball was belt high on the outside edge. Kirk at second. The next pitch is a ground ball. The shortstop, Westberg, runs over to the second base side of the bag to ground or field that grounder and throw out the runner to win the inning. But the Blue Jays, after the Orioles climb back to within 1, stretch the lead back out to 2. At the end of 3, it's Toronto 4, the Orioles 2. My goodness. 3 innings in the books. Hey, that last inning was only like 15 minutes. That's better than 20. That is better than 20. I wonder if perhaps we'll see a replay of that Jackson Holiday play. It was rather nice. Hey, Pool, you're just saying wow, how far behind are you, Pool? Hey, Pool, can we do a lag check? I was talking about a gecko possibly in my room like 7 minutes ago. Pool, you ready to do a lag check? I bet you this is the holiday play right here. This is it. Yep, here's the holiday play. I wish we didn't have this staggering effect here. But as you can see the range. I mean, that's a nice pause right there. So he plants that front foot, throws off, And boom. With plenty of time to spare to get Bichette. I'm not saying it's a web gem, but it is. It's a pretty good play there by Holiday. No lag at all. Well, let's do a check. Let's do a check, Pool. I'll say a number. You type it in. What do you say? The number's 3. I repeat, the number is a 3. We go to the top of the 4th, and Bassit is out there for another inning of work. Trying to get that stamina up for opening day. First pitch is in the dirt to Kobe Mayo coming up to hit. Well, Pool, I said the number 3. Yeah, now you just typed it in. So we're talking about, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. So, yes, there is a lag, unfortunately. Not much I can do about it. Here's the next one, the Mayo. It's in the dirt. And just like that, it's 3-0. So Bassit, 70 pitches, has been laboring through this one. Had to be taken out in the second inning. There is one that just catches the outside corner at the knees. 3-1 the count to Kobe Mayo, and I am very interested in what he does on this next pitch. Come on, Kobe. You got the good count. A big hack, but it's a ground ball on a hop to third, and Mayo will be thrown out at first, 1 away. That was a big league cut there by Kobe Mayo. But hit on the ground and right to a fielder. Hitting that like and listening. Well, thank you so much, Pool. It's nice to have you here. Always nice to have you. All right, Heston Kjerstad is up. He has a base hit in this one. First pitch to him is a called strike, 0-1. And Bassit working quickly. Just misses with a breaking ball there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty, 1 down. 4-2 Blue Jays here in the top of the 4th. And this one is a curved ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Heston Kjerstad. Here's that high leg kick from Kjerstad, and he lines this ball in the right center field for a base hit. So Kjerstad is 2 for 2 today. You'd like to see that. Hitting just a little above the Mendoza line coming in. Still not getting those extra base hits you would hope for, though. Just 1 extra base hit so far this spring, and I believe he's up to right around 44 at-bats or so. So you extrapolate that over a course of a season, this guy's on pace for like 15 extra base hits in a full season. First pitch to Connor Norby's popped up. First base side, they're looking for a play, but it's over the dugout and into the stands. 0-1 the count on Connor Norby. This will surely be Bassit's last inning as he's about to approach 80 pitches. And just as I say that, the camera cuts to the bullpen for Toronto. Anders Tolhurst, a right-hander, is getting loose. Here's the 0-1 to Norby, and this one's a bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kjerstad at first, 1 down. The Orioles trailing by 2. The pitch outside. No. Are you serious, ump? That pitch looked about 4 inches off the plate, but that's a called strike 2. 1-2 the count on Norby, who probably has to wonder what he has to do to cover the plate now. Here's a nice swing on a pitch inside. This ball's hit high and deep. This ball's going to go. Bye-bye birdie. A lovely swing by Connor Norby on a pitch inside. He turns on it. It's his first home run of the spring, and the Orioles have tied the ball game. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful swing on a 2-strike pitch. That ball had two-seam action, tailing in on the hands, and Norby got the hands in on it, turned on it, and stroked it out into the left field berm. His first home run of the spring. Connor Norby, folks. I'll say it again. We got to trade Ramon Urias. We got to do it. If he's not blocking Mayo, if he's not blocking Norby, he's blocking somebody. Wow. 2-run jack for Connor Norby. We'll take a look at that highlight between innings on the Twitter. I've heard that Norby's got good power for a middle infielder, but yeah, he's not extremely large. He's sort of built like a middle infielder, but yeah, he's got pop. I mean, he turned on that pitch, in on the hands. Here's my Jackson Holiday, excuse me, and he's on a 1-1 count at the moment. This one's tapped in front of the pitcher. Bassit will throw out Holiday as he scampers down the line. And Jackson this time is retired. 2 away for Adley Rutschman. Base is empty. 4-4 game in the 4th. I do need something. I cannot believe. Folks, I keep coffee on hand at all times. I do not run out of coffee. When I get close to running out of coffee, I go buy more coffee. That way, I'm not out of coffee. That way, I don't wake up one morning, realize I'm out of coffee, and then I got to sit there and do my morning routine with no coffee. Hey, we're done here. Or no, we're having a pitching change. That's what's happening. Chris Bassit is now coming out of the game. Tolhurst is going to come in to replace him. Yeah, I've got nothing to drink except water. And nothing to snack on except these, like, coated peanuts. I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. Bull, I have no idea if it was a gecko or just a figment of my imagination. Sometimes I get weird shadow traces in my peripheral vision. Okay, with 2 out in the top of the 4th, we have a pitching change. Anders Tolhurst made 23 appearances in the minors with an ERA well over 5. Adley Rutschman's up there, and this one's outside. It's 2-0. Third plate appearance for Rutschman. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. The next one is in the dirt. 3-0 the count. I might have to try to do a run down to the 7-Eleven. Here's the 3-0 and up and away, ball 4. So Rutschman draws his second walk in 3 plate appearances today. That's what he does, folks. He gets on base. What do you want to do? You want to get on base. It's baseball. You got a ball, and you want to get on base. Here's Jordan Westburg, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored back in the third. The first pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Again, there's already 2 out in the inning. The Orioles have tied the game with a 2-run homer off the bat of Connor Norby. The 0-1 pitch is a little low, 1-1. Tolhurst with a cursory glance at the runner at first. And here comes the next pitch. Here's a breaking ball that's up and in for ball 2. 2-1. Westburg has been hitting all over the lineup in the spring. It feels like every game I see him in, he's hitting somewhere new. He's hitting third today. This one's a called strike. 2-2 the count. They're playing him all over the infield. They're playing him all over the lineup. It really feels like they're cultivating him into just the super utility infielder guy. Oh, this one's up and in, and it nails Westburg. Oh, where did it get him? His reaction was not one you want to see. Oh, my. He's got an elbow protector, which he immediately takes off as he trouts down to first base. Let's see where this pitch hits him. It's hard to say. That one camera angle was sort of... Okay, this one should be a better look. And, oh, it's just above that elbow pad. So the upper arm on the back side, that's going to leave a welt. But Westburg should be okay. The training team was out there for just a brief moment. They're back in the dugout already. Westburg should be fine, but that'll leave a purple circle there for sure. 2 down, and now there's runners at first and second. Rutschman at first, and Westburg at second. Colton Cowser back at the plate, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and he swings and taps it foul at the plate, 0-1. What are you crapping about there, Sean? By the way, keep in mind there's a bit of a lag between when I see what you write and when you wrote it. So if you're delayed in replying to me and vice versa, it's all understood. This one is outside. The count even up now at 1-1 on Cowser. Oh, the crap is about Westburg getting hit with the pitch. Yeah, it looked bad, but he should be all right. Here's a swing and a foul ball. 1-2 the count. 2 down, 2 on. Tie ball game here in the top of the fourth. Let's see if Cowser can avoid the sombrero here. He has struck out twice already and has 2 strikes on him here. The pitch is a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Well, it's been a great spring for Cowser, but you wouldn't know it by looking at him today. He's looked pretty lost up at there at the plate. That'll end the inning. A third strikeout for Cowser. Thought the worst about the injury. Yeah. Hey, let's go ahead and take a look at the what was the nice play I wanted to, or no, the home run, I guess. You want to take a look at that Connor Norby home run? We're talking about a middle infielder who's like behind Westburg in the pecking order. Here he is right here. Here's the, again, that ball, let me go back. Unfortunately, oh, what's going on? Why is everything, everything stuck? Everything just reset? What happened? Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. I might not be able to afford to have Twitter up. Something weird just happened. Boy, I hope I didn't lose the stream. I hope I didn't lose the stream. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, folks. If you can hear my voice, please say, I hear you, or something to that effect. It looks like things are coming back up now. Well, what happened to my ball game? Where's that? Norby is the next Ortiz. I don't know. I think Norby might have a little more pop in his bat than Ortiz. Ortiz probably a better glove. I think Norby's a little better in the hitting department. I might have lost the ability to watch this game. Something happened. Let me try and plug this puppy back in. This would really be annoying after all this. Wow. Oh, are you doing it? Are you doing it? You tried to do it. Why didn't you finish doing it? Okay. So my monitor wants to be persnickety now. Is that it? You got to be kidding me. Well, folks, you might be experiencing a bit of a delay, but you can always follow the ball. Well, let's see. Why is this grayed out? Did I lose internet? Okay, Cole Irvin apparently out there facing Kevin Biggio with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. I apologize as I attempt to reconnect my broadcast here. It is doing something weird where it's coming on and then immediately coming back off again. All right, I got to see what I got to do here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just... I'm going to have to try to reopen that. Will that work? Okay, that worked. That should work. All right. Stand by. Apologies. Three and two the count on Biggio. And it's ball 4 from Cole Irvin. Another walk for Cole Irvin. Can we take a look at his stat line right now? Because this is getting a little bit out of hand. That is walk number 5 in 3 innings. 3 hits and 5 walks. His ERA is now in the high 7s. Yeah, Sean, if you're still here, man... If you're feeling high on Cole Irvin right now, I'm not. It was a nice story there at the beginning of spring to see that it looked like, he'd made some improvements. But the results just aren't showing up. I mean, if he were an established pitcher, you could sit there and use the excuse, oh, he's working on this, he's working on that. But there's no working anything when you're walking 5 guys in 3 innings. That's not working. That's failing. And I don't want that in my rotation. So a couple things need to happen. One, the Orioles need to embrace my 4D chess idea of going with a 12-man pitching staff and only a 4-man rotation. We've got the off days and the ease of schedule where I feel like we were able to do this. There's one game in the first couple of weeks where we need a 5th starter. And I'd say instead of just anointing Irvin as the 5th starter, put him in long relief. And then, use him as a starter on that one game you need him. Maybe you only get 4 innings, 5 innings. But if we can get another bat, one of these prospects in the team, I think it's worth it. Here's a double play ball. Second, Gunner. Jackson flips it to Gunner. Gunner throws him out, and that'll end the inning as I'm just getting the broadcast back up and running. So the Orioles get out of there somehow unscathed. Irvin gets through the 4th, although 1 out is credited to Stroud when he came in to finish the 2nd inning. But that'll probably be the end of the day for Irvin. And it has not been a good day at all. As I try to get this back up and running here. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. There you go. Okay. Yep. 5 walks is not good. Let's see if we can look at the live spring training stats right now. I mean, in terms of command issues, there's really hasn't been a worse pitcher than Cole Irvin. So, yeah, like I was saying with Sean, we were talking earlier, watching the Foul Territory YouTube channel. They were doing an Orioles special. And Sean was like, I like Irvin. And Sean, I'm not here to pick on you. I want to see Irvin succeed. But I'm telling you right now, it's not looking promising. Let's see where he stands at the moment. We're looking at a 7.3 ERA. I'm not sure if this is a live update on here. But even if we're going by this, 10 walks in 12 and a third innings. A whip of 1.86. Opponents hitting over 300 off of him. I mean, it's pretty much the worst stat line of any pitcher we've got in camp. To be perfectly honest. It's a little concerning. By the way, here's that Connor Norby home run. Let's try it one more time. And again, let's see if you can get a feel of how he takes this pitch that's... Yeah, I can't pause it, but yeah, that pitch is like right there. You can see where the catcher's glove is. He really turned his hands on that inside pitch. It was a really nice swing on a 2-strike pitch nonetheless. And that ball is clearly out of there. That's not a wind-blown home run right there. That is a legit homer. Okay, we're back underway. Tyler Nevin with a ground ball to short. Routine play, and he's retired quickly. 1 away in the top of the 5th. Hey, are we moving now or what? Maybe I have too many tabs open. All right, let me close at least one of these tabs. I tell you what, I can barely pull this off. Kyle Stowers will step in. He's 0 for 1, but he does have a sacrifice fly. There is a new pitcher in here. Who's that? Yimi Garcia on the mound for the Blue Jays. He comes in. Let's see. Let's see what his spring ERA looks like. This one's low and away. 1-1 the count on Kyle Stowers. Next one's low. 2-1 the count. So Bassit, you can close the door on him. 3 1/3 innings, 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 walks. Wow, he did get lit up today. This one's fouled back, and the count even up at 2-2 on Kyle Stowers. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Next offering is low and in. Count goes full. And I just heard a noise that sounded like the building was about to collapse. So what in the world was that noise? Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. On a pitch low and away. Stowers with an ugly swing there. Looked like he just wanted to get a piece of it to stay alive, but that ball was way off the plate. And he spins in frustration. So down goes Stowers. 2 away for Kobe Mayo, and he takes a big hack at the first pitch. Coming up empty, 0-1. Mayo's been quiet so far today, 0 for 2. Boy, I tell you what, the 2 guys who have been crushing it, Colton Cowser and Kobe Mayo, so far today combined 0 for 5, with Cowser striking out 3 times. Swing and a miss. My goodness, Mayo went after the high gas and came up empty. Do you mean to tell me all the talk about Cowser and Mayo and all the hype and all the thrill, and here I am doing a stream, a rare spring stream where I get to see both of them in the lineup, and they're both going to just stink it up today? Come on. The 0-2 is swung on and missed, and Mayo strikes out on 3 pitches. I suppose that is how it is going to go today. Cowser and Mayo combined to go 0 for 6 through the first 5 innings. Great. We are halfway through this one, tied at 4. Starting to wonder if Baltimore tweaked something in Irving's mechanics when he came in here that's causing his control issues. He's rarely walked people in Oakland. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, for the most part, we've been taking pitchers and making them better. You know, look at a guy like Ynier Cano, who was just atrocious with the Twins. So I do believe, we've got a good a coaching staff. But we'll see. I mean, Corbin Burns hasn't exactly been impressive this spring, but that's different. With Corbin, you can expect he might be working on some things. But Cole Irvin is sitting here trying to prove something. And he's not proving it today. It's not looking good. I mean, to be honest with you, if I had to adjust my depth chart, I'm now putting Keegan Aiken. I know Aiken isn't necessarily a starter, but I think Aiken can work as a long relief lefty. And say Means is healthy and Means is your lefty starter in the rotation, I think I want Keegan Aiken as my long lefty over Cole Irvin the way things are looking right now. Aiken's had a great spring. Here's a look at the beach in Florida. I tell you what, a look around. It's crazy. It's Florida. You never know. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 5th, 4-4 ball game. And a new pitcher on the mound for Baltimore. It's Nick Vespi, the left-hander. He's having a good spring. I would flash up his stats for you, but I believe he hasn't given up a run yet this spring. He's facing Guerrero to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th, and the first pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Next one is hit on the ground and past Westberg off of his glove. Westberg appeared to have lost his balance. That ball was hit extremely hard. He'll tell you he should have fielded it. We'll see how they score it. Either way, Guerrero is on first base after hitting that ball into left field. Oh, I apologize. We do have some defensive replacements. That was not Westberg at short. It appears we're already underway in making some lineup changes. Robinson is in for Westberg, as you can see here on the lineup card. And that would explain why that ball was mishandled as poorly as it was. And there's a pinch runner now for Guerrero. So, yeah, be prepared for things to start getting tough to call. Bichette is up at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts, including a double play ball. He's got a runner at first, nobody out in a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. Vespi's 0-2 pitch is low and in. Bichette had to check his swing. There is a bit of a half-hearted appeal down the first base. They cut to the first base ump. He doesn't even make a gesture. So, well, did he strike out? Apparently he did. I guess they didn't cut to him quick enough. He must have made a quick call on that swing. So, yes, indeed, Bichette does strike out, and there's one away. Here's a pinch hitter, Spencer Horwitz. First baseman batting $138 in the spring. And this ball's going to get away. That'll get the runner over to second base. and take the double play off the table, the conventional double play anyway. And the count goes to 2-0 on Horwitz. Oh, God. So you mean to tell me those first 3 innings that lasted like 2 hours, and now I got to spend the whole rest of half of a game with a bunch of guys I don't know? Here's a fly ball to left. It's caught out there. I believe Stowers is still out there. And the runner at second will have to hold 2 down in a 4-4 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, Sean, we can only hope for the best. Irvin's got one more start, you would think, before the season starts. One more chance to try to get back on track. Here's a swing and a high fly ball to right field. Down into the corner. It's deep enough. If it's fair, it's gone. That ball is gone. 2-run homer from who? Who are you? Oh, it's Dalton Varsho going deep. My goodness. The Blue Jays are back out in front at 6-4 on a 2-run shot off the lefty Vespi. Now I got to go back and look at those stats again. I swear Vespi came into this one not having given up a run on the spring. Well, he just gave up 2 right there. That ball was hit well out. Alejandro Kirk, the batter, and he takes low and outside for ball 1. Let's see here. Where are you? Where are you? The next one is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not yay for a home run. Not yay. Who am I looking for? There's a called strike. I'm looking for Vespi. Why can't I see him? Oh, there he is. Yeah, so I think this is live, up to date. The 3-1 pitch to Kirk is in the dirt for ball 4. So Vespi, immediately after giving up a 2-run homer in the lead back to the Blue Jays, walks the next batter, and it has not been a good outing for Vespi, who again came into the game doing pretty well. You can see the strikeout to walk rate, 9 strikeouts to 0 walks. And opponents are only hitting 160 off of him. But nobody's perfect. And he's finally having some struggles here in this 5th inning. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Big cut and a miss. I missed the first strike on that at bat. The count's 0-2 right now to Kiermaier. Runner at first, 2 down, 2 runs in for the Blue Jays. And this one's fouled back. The count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. What's going on, Fitz? Fitz, hey, you're back just in time when the Blue Jays took the lead back over the Orioles. You mean to tell me you just happened to go wander away while the Orioles are either winning or tied, and then you're like, yeah, let me come back. Now the Blue Jays are ahead. This one's up and in. Check swing. Appeal down to third base. No swing. Just got out of class. Thomas, how do you get out of class if you don't have any class to begin with? Ooh, sick burn, sick burn. Vespi's pitch is in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-2 to Kevin Kiermaier. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner at first, 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 5th, and here's a swing and a miss. So Vespi finally gets out of it, but he gives up a couple of runs in the process. A 2-run shot from Dalton Varsho. The Blue Jays take the lead back. It's 6-4 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Is this game only half over? This really is on pace to be a 4-hour game? This is really on pace to be a 4-hour game. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this game, but It says it's going to be broadcasted on 2 different networks. So even if one is not telling me the truth, I got a backup one. B, for me, it's a midnight first pitch. It's not 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. So I'm like, you know what? Midnight? I'm a big boy. I can stay up. Spring training game, pitch clock and all that. I'll be done by like 2:15, 2:30. Well, guess what? It's 2:01 already, and the game is half over. But hey, I'm happy everybody's here. Did I mention I don't have any coffee or anything else to keep me awake? I did not plan for this well. Top of the 6th. Due up for the Orioles, Heston Kjerstad, Connor Norby, who hit that 2-run homer in his last at bat, and then Jackson Holliday back to the top of the order. We'll see if we'll get at bats for these 3. I'm assuming so because the replacements begin with Rutschman. So it would make sense to get one more at bat for Kjerstad, Norby, and Holliday before we start getting into these backups. How you doing there, Poole? We got a new pitcher on the mound for the Blue Jays. It's Chad Green. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings, had 5 appearances in the spring, and has not done well. I missed the ERA, but the WHIP was 2.36. He's averaging nearly 2.5 base runners per inning. That is not good. Just in case you were wondering. All right, Kjerstad is indeed going to get another at-bat here, leading off the top of the 6th, and the first pitch to him is fouled back. Chad Green versus Heston Kjerstad, 6-4 Blue Jays. We're here in Dunedin, Florida. There are some other changes for the Jays. I'll try to go over some of these changes when I get a chance. This one's just off the plate outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Kjerstad. The next offering is swung on and drilled, but right at the right fielder, who actually has to take a little mini hop with his glove stretched high in the air to make that catch. That ball nearly found its way over the right fielder, but it was hit on a rope. It goes down as an out, but Kjerstad will be happy with that at bat. That ball was absolutely smoked. 1 away for Connor Norby. 1 for 3 with that 2-run homer in his last at bat. He takes low and outside for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 down. Next offering is hit on the ground and to the third baseman. Biggio across the diamond. And Norby is retired, 2 away. Back to the top of the order for Matt. How many times am I going to say Matt Holliday? I talk about Jackson Holliday all the time, but when I'm talking into a microphone, watching a ball game, I keep wanting to say Matt Holliday. Jackson Holliday's up for what will likely be his final plate appearance, and he swings and fouls this one off to the right. Holliday today is 1 for 2. He also has a walk. He's scored a run, and he made a nice defensive play as well earlier in the game. The 0-1 to him is in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. And of course, I'm going to take one more peek at that Yahoo page. You guys are seeing what's happening before I do. This one's outside, and the count 2-1. Nope, it still says 1-0 Orioles in the second inning on Yahoo Sports. Well done, Yahoo. I guess maybe you're thinking a little too much about March Madness right now. Next pitch to Holliday's popped up. Left side, foul ground, looking over, but no play there for Biggio. The ball does drop right near the screen. So Holliday will stay alive. 2-2 the count on him. 2 down, nobody on here in the top of the 6th, despite what this says. All right. Hey, Thomas, you still around? Is there another site besides MLB.com or Yahoo for like an animated sort of updated live scoreboard thing? Yeah, we got a full count on Holiday now. Payoff pitch coming. Here's one drilled. Holiday got under it. Will it lift up and out of here? That ball is gone. Bye-bye, birdie. What a swing. What a sweet stroke from young Jackson Holiday. He rounds the bases. Get this kid on the team. Enough is enough. Oh, my. You're going to enjoy the highlight of this one, folks. Oh, what a beautiful golf swing. Look at that. Every angle you see it. Just what a sweet stroke. Beautiful. The Orioles get back to within one. It's 6-5 Toronto. And that's a good way to end your day, Jackson Holiday. Hit the showers, kid. He had a good day. Couple of hits, a walk, a big home run. Swinging a foul back from Handley. This is the backup catcher for the Orioles, replacing Adley Rutschman. 1-1 count on him. So yeah, after that, that was the highlight, the Holiday home run. From here on, it's gonna be painful as I spend the last 3.5 innings trying to figure out who's who. Next pitch to Hanley is swung on and hit to third. Caught there on a soft liner by Biggio to end the inning. But the Orioles get a run back, and they do so in style. Second home run of the spring for Jackson Holiday. And you'll be seeing the highlight of this one momentarily, I assure you. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 6-5 Toronto. Oh, my. Oh, my, Mr. Holiday. Please show us that swing one more time. Uh-oh. You mean to tell me it's not up there yet? Surely. How do you have a gif of it? How do you have a gif of him crossing the plate, but not the home run itself? Is that it? That's it. There it is. There's the Jackson home run. Here you go, folks. Let's full screen that puppy. Why not? There it goes. That's a big wall out there, and he cleared it. Look at that. Oh, God, look at that. Look at. I just want to look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that. Can you do that with your body? Folks, that's what the kids these days call torque. That is some serious torque. Wow. And the balance. You get me looking like this, I'll never recover. He's already out the batter's box. He's already thinking double because just in case, why not, right? To the back of that sort of drinking stand area. All right. Hey, what do you know? Holiday is still in the game, at least in the field. Here's a shot of him, still at second, I believe. All right. Is that still Vespi? We got a lefty on the mound. Indeed, Vespi is out here to start the inning, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is at the plate. Okay, we do have some people I do know. IKF is 0 for 2. This one's inside, and the count even up at 1-1. 6-5 Blue Jays, with IKF leading off the bottom of the sixth. This one's also inside. 2-1 the count. Hey, Sean, did you see that replay of that Holiday home run? This one's over the plate but low, and the count goes to 3-1. We need to find somebody who's got a little bit of command here. I don't want to see any more walks. The 3-1 is lined in the opposite field over the glove of the first baseman for a base hit. Kerstad will field it cleanly out there. And that'll be a leadoff single, bringing up Cavan Biggio, who doesn't have an official at-bat today. He's walked twice. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Some sort of change up there, 83 on the gun. The 0-1 is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Biggio. I need coffee. Next offering from Vespi is low and away once more. 2 balls and 1 strike. Whew. The 2-1 has the plate, but it's low. And 3-1 the count. Come on, Vespi. This will be his 30th pitch since coming in. I don't know how much they plan to stretch him. I thought he was more of a middle reliever than a long reliever. This one's fouled back, and the count goes full. 3-2 on Biggio. Runner at first, nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. 6-5 Blue Jays over the Orioles. The payoff pitch coming to Biggio, but first it's a check at the runner at first. He's back in standing. And now the payoff pitch. The runner goes, swing and a miss, ball down to second. It falls out of the glove. Otherwise, that runner would have been out. So it will be a stolen base, a strikeout, but that could have been a double play there. Had these, I believe that was Robinson, the shortstop, who was trying to apply the tag, but the ball popped out of his glove. Never really stayed in his glove. It looked at first as though the runner sliding in might have forced that ball out of the glove, but it looked like it was just plain dropped. And that's going to spell the end of the day for Vespi. I thought he was reaching his limit. We got a right-hander strutting out to the mound right now. Apparently it's some guy named Pham. It's not Tommy Pham. It's not the Dar Man Pham. Now batting, number 37, Dar Man. Dar Man. Now batting. All right. All right. It's late night with Steve. It's time to have a smoke. There's just no getting around it. There's, you know, I'm human. Uh-oh. Oh, we go. All right. We've got the new pitcher in, and he's low and away to the first batter. I want to know the count. Who's hitting? I don't know, but the number begins with a 9. So we are in the weeds, folks. 2-0 the count. Pham on the mound, Alex Pham that is. And at the plate, some other guy. The 2-0 is swung on and hit on the ground to short. Robinson throws across and makes the play. 2 down. That was Dev Brown, right fielder, who came in to pinch hit for George Springer. And we're going to have another replacement. Pinch hitting for Vlad Guerrero Jr. is a guy named Orf. Orf. That's in there for a called strike. Brennan Orf. Last year in A-ball, 35 games, 224, no homers, 11 RBI. He's wearing number 99. This ball gets away, and that's going to allow the runner to go to third. Oh, boy. This is some sloppy baseball suddenly. You know, it's amazing when you put in guys who aren't major league quality. It's as if you see a lot of bad baseball or something. All right, here's the 1-1 count to Orf. And it's a broken back grounder to first, backhanded and then dropped. And a runner comes in to score with 2 out. My goodness. Sloppiness everywhere you look. Nevin, who's still at first base, backhanded that ground ball, and before he made the transition to his throwing hand, he lost control of the ball. He wanted to flip it to the pitcher covering. That would have ended the inning. Instead, another run is in. And the Blue Jays are now ahead 7-5. First pitch now to Espinal is in there for a called strike. Santiago Espinal. I don't believe he started the game, right? He's in there for Bichette in the 3-hole. The next pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-2. 2 down, a run in on an error by the first baseman, Nevin. 7-5 Blue Jays here in the the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch from Pham is on the outside corner, belt high, and he gets the called strike. A bit generous there from the umpire, but we'll take it. All things considered, I think the umpires realize that we're on pace for a 4-hour game here and said enough is enough. At the end of 6, it's the Blue Jays 7 and the Orioles 5. If McKenna isn't cut, Urias isn't traded, and Holiday and Mayo don't make the team opening day, it'll be the first time I'll say Elias messed up. I gotta think they are actively looking for a Urias trade, Sean, and I don't even think they're really looking for a whole lot in return. I don't think you can expect a whole lot in return. If you can give us just a A-ball starting pitcher who's got like a, 10% chance of eventually becoming like an effective major leaguer. Just a guy you take a flyer on but has some chance. Maybe he's got something that the Orioles scouts see that whichever team currently has that dude, they don't see it. Yeah. They need an infielder. Give him Urias. Just give us something. Hell, cash. Give us cash. I don't care. But it has to be done. It has to be done. Card, you're munching on lunch. I wish I could have a beverage that it wasn't water. That's all I got. I got a big liter of water. Well, Thomas, I'm getting my taste of what it's like to call a long, drawn-out game. The first 2 innings of this game took an hour. The first 2 innings took an hour. It's like watching 90s baseball again. All right, 7th inning we go. Errol Robinson will lead it off for the Birds. He's the shortstop that took over for Gunnar Henderson. And the first pitch to him is hit in the air to right field. Going back on it on the track and making the catch on a sprint is whoever is out there in right field. Number 98. So quickly, one out here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Colton Cowser, who's going to get another chance. Boy, I'm not sure if I want to see Cowser at the plate again. He's already 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch to him is just off the plate for ball 1. All right, Colton. It's time to just get down the basics here. All right? Forget about everything except just putting bat on the ball here. Check swing, but it's a called strike, 1-1. Cowser, again, 3 strikeouts in his first 3 plate appearances today. He's been one of the hottest hitters in the spring, not just on the Orioles, but in the Grapefruit League in general. The next pitch is low and away, 2-1. Base is empty, 1 away. By the way, Isert is the new pitcher for the Blue Jays, a lefty on the mound. Here's a swing and a miss. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Yeah, player to be named later will be fine for me, Pierre. That'll be fine for me. Urias has got to go. The pitch is inside. Count goes full on Cowser. All right, come on, Cowser. Don't strike out, please. I know that there's animation happening in my peripheral vision right now. I'm not looking at it. I don't know what's happening in this at-bat until I see it. Oh, he does get a pitch. He got under it. This ball is going deep to the batter's eye. Bye, birdie. Colton Cowser, get the tape measure out. Where did that ball land? Everybody knew that ball was gone the moment it left the bat. My goodness. Absolute power. Get out of Dodge, Colton Cowser. Holy Toledo. What a swing. Lefty on lefty, by the way. Straight to dead center field. And again, never saw where that ball landed. It bounced off the batter's eye. If it did, I didn't see it. Did it clear the batter's eye? It might have. That ball was absolutely tattooed. All right, Nevin at the plate. He's still in the game. And he's got a 2-0 count as I catch up on the action and collecting my breath after that moonshot from Colton Cowser. Wow, that's a way to make up for 3 strikeouts. Hit the ball 440 feet. The next pitch is over the plate but low. 3-1 on Nevin. 1 out here in the 7th. 1-run ball game. Woo! We've seen some nice home runs from the Orioles here today. This one is a called strike. Nevin thought he had ball 4, but apparently it caught the top of the zone. Full count now. Isert with the payoff pitch, and this one's lifted in the air and deep. Going back on this one and looking up. This ball's going to fly out of here. Bye, birdie. Tyler Nevin goes yard to left field, and the Orioles have tied the ball game. How about that? I think I just woke up again. I just found my second wind. Back-to-back jacks, and the Orioles have tied it up at 7 apiece. And Isert, the pitcher, with the kind of expression on his face after that home run that you would expect after giving up, I don't know, about 850 feet worth of home runs in the last two batters. Here's Kyle Stowers. He has a big cut, but he misses. Stowers is 0 for 2, but he has a sac fly back in the third. The next offering is just a bit outside, maybe a bit high. The count 1-1. Ooh, I can't wait to show you guys that Cowser home run. We'll look at it between the next inning. This one's fouled away. 1-2 on Kyle Stowers. Wow, Cowser really smashed that ball. As pretty as that Holiday home run was, that Cowser home run really shows the sort of power he has. My goodness. This one's low and away, 2-2 the count. Yeah, Thomas, back-to-back home runs, including an absolute monster moonshot from Colton Cowser after striking out in his first 3 at-bats. Here comes the 2-2 to Stowers, and he reaches down to get it and lines it on a hop. No, not on a hop. That's caught it in the air. Excuse me. A soft liner back to the shortstop, and Stowers is retired 2 away. Hey, Kobe Mayo is still in the ball game. All right, well, Cowser went 0 for 3 before hitting that home run. Let's see what Mayo can do after going 0 for 3. In the first pitch, he hits one high in the air, but this one's going to be a can of corn. The center fielder is perfectly positioned to wait for that one. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Orioles, with back-to-back jacks from Colton Cowser, and I've already forgot. Who hit the other one? Who hit the other one? Connor Norby had one. Holiday had... Oh, Nevin, of course. Tyler Nevin. Wow, 4 home runs today for the Orioles. We've got the power. We've got the power. I'll be right back. Holiday hit a home run earlier in the game. The inning that just occurred, it was Tyler Nevin and yeah, we're in the bottom of the order here. It was Nevin, it was Cowser and Nevin back to back, right? Yeah. Cowers and Nevin, as Card Crazed has there in the chat. All right, we're about to start the inning again, but let's see if we can quickly get a look at that Colton Cowser home run. Let's see. Pham is back out there for another inning of work for the Orioles, and his first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Spencer Horwitz is up there with his second at bat. He lined out his first time up after coming in to replace who started at first base today? Vlad was the DH. Was it Turner? I don't know. There's the Holiday home run, but I'm looking for the Cowser. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the Cowser. Here you go, folks. Come on. Let's look at this from the beginning, shall we? Who cares what's going on now? Boom. Let's look at that. Let's look at that one more time. Boom. You saw what that trajectory was, right? You saw the launch angle in that puppy. Look where this goes. Well, unfortunately, of course, there's going to be some pause where you can't see. But yeah, basically, that ball just left everything. I want to see if there's any sort of StatCast information on that home run, but apparently not. But take a look at that swing, folks. Get used to that. That's huge. Striking out 3 times, you come up in that 4th at bat, and you're like, you know what? I'm still going to have myself a day. I'm going to go ahead and hit myself a 435-foot homer. All right, back to the action. 2-2 count on Horowitz. It's in the dirt, and we got a full count now. Bottom of the 7th, tie ball game. Payoff pitch to Horowitz is coming from Pham, who's pitching from the stretch despite the bases empty. The pitch is called strike 3. And Horowitz not happy with the call. He thought it was ball 4. He reached down to take his shin brace off as if to say, well, I'm going to take my base. No, sir, you're not. You are going back to the bench. Whoops, I just realized the audio for this is still running in the background. Yeah, Colton Cowser, my goodness. What a home run that was. All right, we've got Martinez at the plate. Any guesses on his first name? Begins with a G. This one's outside, 1-0. Gabriel Martinez hitting .242. Hit in high A ball last season in 109 games. This one's low and away. And it's now 3-0 on some nobody. What are you doing? Throw a strike. I hope so too, Sean. And that one's in there, called strike 1. 3-1 the count. Yeah, I mean, we're sitting here with one of the lowest payrolls, even with the addition of Burns and Kimbrel. And, of course, you know, both of them may not be with the team next season. Here's a nice call. Strike 3, or excuse me, strike 2. The umpire made a big animated strike call on that. It was another situation where the batter thought he had ball 4. He flipped the bat. Instead, the count's full. And the next pitch is a breaking ball hit in the air to left, backing up on it at first, and now it's going to hit off the wall. That was poorly played out there in left field, and Martinez will coast in the second with a stand-up double. I'm not sure who's in left field for the Orioles right now. Fontana. That was not played well out there by Fontana. He got turned around a couple of times before the ball bounced off the wall for a stand-up double. So a one-out double, and that'll bring up Henry. Hello, Henry. Who are you? Big guy, number 83. Peyton Henry, a catcher. 11 spring games hitting .438 with a home run, slugging .625. Who's this guy? He's got the size. Tapped foul at the plate, 0-2. Yeah, Sean. I mean, once the ownership thing is finalized, day 1, Adley Rutschman contract. Day 2, Gunnar Henderson contract. Day 3, Jackson Holiday contract. Day 4, maybe think about Grayson Rodriguez contract. And there's a strikeout. Pham gets the K, and there are 2 down. Because, yeah, you look at the payroll, right? And it's like, we don't need to be one of these teams that goes out there and pays $30 million or something on a player. Let's use our payroll to pay the guys that we have. The guys we have won 101 games last year. I think they're kind of good. Let's lock them up. And you can do it now. Get a couple of extra years that dip into their free agent years. If you give them these long-term deals, like a Bobby Witt Jr. contract. And you're still going to have a payroll that's, not going to be probably in the top 15, but probably still outside the top 10. All right, the 0-2 is swung on and missed. So whoever that was is quickly retired. And the inning is over. We're through 7, tied at 7. It's 7 up here at 2:36 a.m. in Thailand. I say it's possible, Sean. I say it's possible. First of all, this whole off season with Boris clients, I'm telling you right now, they gotta. I don't know. First of all, how married to an agent is one? If Adley said, you know what, I've seen the way you've handled Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery and J.D. Martinez and Cody Bellinger this offseason, and frankly, I'm not impressed. I'd rather take my chances with another agent. I mean, are you bound to your agent? Can't you fire them? Ugh. I honestly didn't know that they were both Boris clients. It's kind of upsetting. Well, actually, Holiday I can believe. But no, we're just going to have to make it possible. That's all. That's why you got to do it as quickly as possible. The longer you wait on someone like Gunnar Henderson, the more the price tag goes up. I mean, you can still lock him up long term now. It's gonna be a price tag, but it's, you're talking about a potential perennial all-star caliber, middle of the order, like cornerstone of your team. Adley, by the way, I don't care who his agent is. I don't care if Don King is managing Adley Rutschman. You pay the man. He's so invaluable there. I mean, you can't. There's no replacing what Adley Rutschman brings to this team. He really is what makes everything work. All right, we got Kjerstad coming up for another at bat, leading off the top of the 8th, and he fouls this one back on a check swing. Isert back out there for a second inning of work. Kjerstad's got a pair of singles today and 3 at-bats. Lefty on lefty. He takes upstairs, 1-1. There is a bit of a lag. I wish there wasn't so much of a lag. It'd be easier to interact with you guys. I do apologize. It's something I'm going to have to address before the season starts. I hope I can get it figured out. I mean, I've done everything I can to make sure I've got as much computer memory to let this stream work without any interruptions. Here's a swing and a looper in the right center field, a base hit. That's the 3rd hit of the day for Kjerstad. That'll help. He came in barely hitting over 200. I'd like to see where his average sits right now. Well, I'm looking at it. It's 261. And just like that, Kjerstad. Here I was going, well, Kjerstad's not having so good of a spring. Maybe, it makes sense to start him down in AAA. Somebody's got to go down. And now here he is with a 3-hit game. Though, to be fair, that was a bloop. One of his 3 hits was really solid contact. One was pretty fair, and that third one was a bloop. Okay, so that means the go-ahead run is on. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Here's Connor Norby. He hit that 2-run homer a couple of at-bats ago. 1 for 3 on the day. 1-1 the count on him. And the next pitch is in the dirt, 2-1. Yeah, I know Boris. I know Burns is a Boris client, and I don't have any expectations of getting some sort of long-term re-sign deal. I mean, but at the same time, I'm not going to completely dismiss it either. I do think with the new ownership, a splash is going to be made. I mean, not a Chris Davis splash, one would hope. 2-2 the count on Norby, and this one again is in the dirt. The count goes full. But yeah, I mean, you look at guys like Austin Hayes, Cedric Mullins, Anthony Santander. You know, they're kind of in the back half of, you know, what their time with the Orioles is going to be in all likelihood. But you got guys like Adley and Gunnar and Holiday. These are generational talents. You got to lock them up. Here's a swing and a miss. And down goes, who's up at the plate? Was that Norby? Yeah, that was Connor Norby, right? All right, back to the top of the order we go, which means who the hell is hitting for Jackson Holiday? It's Servideo. Servideo. That's a great name for a video rental store. I get all of my latest releases from Servideo. This guy's hitting $185 in the minors. Who the hell is this guy? Hi, Steve. It's your friend JRB here to say hi and support your channel. Love you. You're awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Capricorn. Hey, sub up the channel. Don't make it a one-time hello. Come on in again. 2-1 the count on Servideo. I do like the name. I got to be honest. Also, a nice mustache. Servideo has the look. He has got a thick mustache, and he's got a cool name. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't see a situation where we're going to sign Burns unless, again, if that's the big splash they want to make, if Burns has a Cy Young type season and the Orioles are saying we've got like a 5-year window here, and if Burns pitches like an ace, this guy could potentially, you know, put up, you know, I don't want to say Hall of Fame numbers, but, you know, anytime you've got one of the best pitchers going with a Cy Young under your belt and plenty of years left to go, you never know. I mean, if he puts up a Cy Young type season and he wants big money, I just hate these long-term contracts. I don't want to give anybody a contract more than, like, say, 4 years. These 5, 6, 7, 8-year deals is just too much for me. But I feel like baseball might start to swing that direction. Again, with the way free agency's gone in this offseason, I got a feeling, you know, some of these contracts are going to get a little more not insane. Here's a fly ball to left center. The center fielder calls off the left fielder to make the catch, and Servideo flies out. It was good to see you, Servideo. I don't know if I'll ever see you again, but I'll never forget my time with Servideo. Handley, the backup catcher wearing number 99, is up to hit, and the Blue Jays are going to make a pitching change. Somebody's coming out. Cook. We got a Cook coming on out to the mound. All right. Hey, Thomas, you still there? Is this where I make the joke about overtime? Oh, wait, wrong sport. By the way, here's something I need to get more used to. You know, between innings, at the end of innings. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Orioles. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Blue Jays. You got to say that from time to time. I've failed. If it was me and I had the money, Rubenstein I would offer Adley 10 for 200. So $20 million a year for a decade. I'm fine with that. Gunnar and Holiday 10 for 250. I don't think Holiday. I think if you sign Holiday in his rookie year, I don't think he's getting $25 million a year. He hasn't done anything yet. I mean, if that's the case, I want to see it in action first. Give me a full year of Holiday before I'm sitting there giving him $250 million. You know? I mean, Jackson Churio. What's Jackson Churio's contract? What's Bobby Witt Jr.'s contract? He's actually done stuff. $11 years, 288. So that's what? Not even $25 million a year. So yeah, you're basically saying Holiday should be making more per year, if not around the same, as a guy that has already done it in the league. There's no way. That's way too much for Holiday if he's signed and you know, without at least a full year of kicking ass under his belt. And yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, you say Burns 8 years. I don't see. Oh, here's a pitch off the back of the neck to Hanley, the backup catcher. He's got a smile on his face. Apparently, it hit a spot that doesn't hurt too much. He's smiling almost as if to say, hey, it's the only way I can get on base. Yeah, there's just no way. I can see Gunnar getting that kind of money, but not Holiday, not yet. And then Burns, we're not giving those kinds of years. I don't want to give 10 years, to be honest, but if that's what it takes, I'd do it because I do believe in Adley and Gunnar that much. I'd like to maybe convince Boris or whoever to go 8 years. How about 8 years? Especially Adley, because you know how catchers are. I mean, I really think Adley could be one of the very best. Here's a high fly ball to deep right center, leaping at the wall and coming up with nothing. Oh, here goes Robinson running for days. It's going to drive in 2 runs. It's a 2-run triple for Robinson, and the Orioles, here in the 8th, with 2 down, take a 9-7 lead. And you guys thought the Orioles would lose a game? Come on. All we do is win. That's what we do. Colt Keith contract. Look, I'm not saying. Okay, but that's a 6-year deal with, I guess, options to stretch it to 9. But you're talking like $10 million locked down to $250 million locked in. That's still a leap from this. Here's a swing and a fly ball in the right center, and this one's going to hit off the wall. Another run's going to score, and the Orioles now lead 10-7 as Trimble hits a 2-out double. So these fringe Oriole players rallying for 3 runs here in the 8th. Yeah, so instead of 25, I would much rather pay $3 extra million a year and cut it to a 6-year deal than, commit $250 million, particularly to a guy like Holiday, who, I think he's going to be great, but my God, we're handing out $250 million to somebody who hasn't done a damn thing in the majors yet. Let me see him do it. Let me see him stay healthy all year. Let me see his durability. I mean, it's just, to get a contract like that, you've got to have everything. Oh, and here's a pickoff attempt to second that goes into the outfield. Runner will go to third. There's 2 outs already, so it's not going to make much of a difference in all likelihood. But Runner moves to third on a errant throw there by the pitcher on a pickoff attempt. The second baseman was nowhere near covering the bag. It was just a completely foolish play right there. De Leon is at the plate. He's got a 1-0 count, and he pops this up. Foul ground, first base side. The first baseman makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the eighth. The Orioles put 3 runs up. And they've got a 3-run lead, 10-7. Another double-digit offensive output by the Orioles here in the spring. Yeah, Sean, we just got, again, I think with the way the Boris free agency has gone in this offseason, yeah, like I'm saying, I don't mind a 6-year deal. But these like 8-year, 10-year deals, I mean, the ones you're saying are all 8 or 10 years. I don't see that happening. I don't see many clubs going for that anymore. Maybe an Ohtani type guy, like top of the top of the top. But other than that, yeah, it's got to be a long deal for somebody where the money's below $250 million total, I hope. $250 million is a lot of money. But, yeah, have faith, Sean. Have faith. Have faith. Adley is going to be an Oriole for life. I'm sorry. There's just no way. There's no way Adley isn't an Oriole for life. Just do what he's doing. He's going to be an Oriole Hall of Famer. He's going to be an Oriole legend. He's going to be, right there with the likes of Andy Etchebarren and Rick Dempsey and all the great Oriole catchers we've ever had. Chris Hoyles, Mickey Tettleton. Who was the kid from a few years ago? Didn't quite pan out to be what we thought, but he was all right. Bottom of the eighth we go. I mean, I believe in them too. I do. But, Sean, the difference between Gunnar and Holiday versus Adley is it's that leadership that Adley has. It's the fact that he's handling the pitching staff. Like his influence is everywhere. Everywhere. It's in places that, Gunnar and Holiday, as good as they are, they just can't quite help everywhere the way Adley does. I mean, he makes the players around him better. He makes the pitching around him better. He's an on-base whiz. He's got the perfect attitude. Switch hitter. I mean, what more do you want? But yeah, Gunnar and Holiday, sure. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. I'm not doing a good job of keeping up with play-by-play right now. I'll be honest. It's turned more into a podcast with occasional play calling. Pham is still out there pitching, by the way. I figured he was only like a short relief guy, considering he pitches out of the stretch with the bases empty, but here he is pitching. That's his 33rd pitch. Hit in the air to center, and that's the first out in the bottom of the eighth. Runner from second will tag and get to third, though, with one down. All right, Card. I appreciate you being here, man. Come on back. I think I'm doing a couple of more games during the week. In the evening time where you are. Yeah. I mean, again, with catchers, I mean, it's so rare to have like, a Yadier Molina or a Pudge Rodriguez or one of these catchers that can do it for like 16, 17, 18 years. I mean, you can count on one hand, or at least I can in my lifetime, the catchers that can do that. So, yeah, I mean, I think he deserves to get paid the same per year, but I just think you don't give him the same number of years. You know? I wouldn't give him a 10-year deal. I'd give him like a 7 or 8 year deal. Same with Gunnar. Same with Holiday. That's enough. 7 or 8. Because that dips into their free agent years. So you're still getting them for... That's the whole point of locking them up early. I mean, we could sit here and just pay them, arbitrations type money or whatever. But we're basically saying, we believe in you. We want you to be a cornerstone of the team. We're willing to, get you paid handsomely, like, early. Here's a Tapper foul. We got a full count on Brown. Let's see what's going to happen with Brown here. What can Brown do for you? We'll find out here on the payoff pitch. Yikes. It is outside for ball 4. Look at Posey, but his career was cut short by that collision too. Yeah. I mean, look at Joe Mauer. Joe Mauer was a great catcher. Didn't he just make the Hall of Fame? How long was his career? 12 years? Something like that? I mean, Adley's already, 26? So again, unless he's that 1 in 1,000, 1 in 5,000, Johnny Bench, Carlton Fisk. Here's a double play ball. Flip to the short for 1. Bit of a bobble on the transfer, but they turn 2. It's a double play, and Pham gets out of the inning. The Orioles have their 3-run lead intact at the end of 8. We go to the 9th and final inning of this ballgame. Hey, this game's going to wind up being just over 3 hours. After being on pace for 4, it finally started to speed up a little. How about that? Whew. Like, here's the deal with Adley. Adley is going to be an Oriole for life. He's going to have a Rick Dempsey type career. Like, even if he's not the primary catcher, like in his mid-30s, he's going to be the backup because his intelligence, his clubhouse presence, and then they're going to, transition him into being a manager someday. I can see it. This kid's got it all. Oriole for life. How about Adley Rutschman in 15 years being the Orioles manager? Would you be cool with that? I would. I would. My God, I am jonesing. I got nothing. I got nothing but water. I got nothing. Ugh, the 9th inning. All right, it's almost over. Come on, Steve. Come on, you can do this. All right. Hey, guys, if you're still hanging around, thanks for hanging around today. 111 people popped in. Hey, 111 people said, I'll give it a chance. That's something. Right? I don't know. I don't know. All right, we head to the 9th. And what's happening here? We've already got a conference out on the mound. Why do we have a conference at the beginning of an inning? Wait, the trainer's out there. He has a towel and appears to be putting some pressure on the right index finger. Oh, and I see some blood. It looks like it must be a blister. There is a little bit of blood stain on the hip, the right hip of this pitcher, Cook. He probably opened up a blister. But he's going to try to pitch through it here. That's no fun. And the first pitch is hit in the air high and relatively deep. This one's carrying this, and it's off. Wow, another. Wow. This is going to be a triple. A stand-up triple for Fontana. I tell you what, ever since all of these backup outfielders have entered the game, every ball that's been hit to the track has been misplayed. It wasn't the easiest play, but the center fielder actually overran the ball. He wanted to jump up against the wall. It turned out he didn't need to. So that's a triple leading off the ninth. And just like that, my stream... Okay, there it goes. More of an Elrod Hendricks pack. Dempsey played for the Brewers. Yeah, he was also on the Dodgers when the Dodgers won the '88 series, right? Yeah, I know Dempsey moved around. But he's always an Oriole. Yeah, when I'm making comparisons, some of it has to do with longevity, some of it has to do with like baseball intelligence and like a career after playing. So I'm sort of throwing different comparisons around. They don't all exactly line up. Here's a base hit, by the way. The Orioles are going to put another run on the board. That one goes right back up the middle. And tack on one more. The Orioles lead 11-7. And that'll bring up Rhodes. This kid Rhodes, who hit a pair of home runs the other day. And I'd like to see what he can do. Wow, and now a passed ball. A pass ball on a pitch that I think was a strike. I can't believe what I just saw right there. I mean, that ball might have been an inch or two low, but it was middle of the plate, an inch or two maybe below the zone, and the catcher just couldn't catch the ball. And it wasn't like a breaking ball with it was a straight pitch. He just missed it. It's embarrassing. But yeah, Sean, in terms of like sticking around with the team and having an influence for decades to come, a la Elrod Hendricks, I'll take it. I will take it. I just hope Adley, as a player, puts up better numbers than Elrod did. Oh, that ball is crushed. Into the gap left center. Another run's going to come around to score. Make it 12-7 as Rhodes. Oh, that ball was tagged. And this kid hit a couple of home runs the other day. Oh, wait. Oh, Banuelos. I thought that said Basayo in the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh, no. They already sent Sammy Basayo to the minors. That's one cut the Orioles have made in the past couple of days. Basayo was sent down. But they got a lot of clearing of the roster here to do here in the next day or two. Start whittling this team down. Get these regulars, a full game, or at least, 8 innings, 7 innings, something. Yeah, Sean, exactly. Not just years, decades. I think Elrod Hendricks has even more time with the organization than Jim Palmer, Brooks Robinson. I think he's in terms of player or coach combined, I don't think there's been a person in an Oriole uniform for more seasons than Elrod Hendricks. So yeah, long story short, if Adley spends as much time with this organization that Elrod did, I'd be a happy camper. This ball's hit into the right center field gap. It is just, but he tries to stretch it into a double and gets thrown out. That's a mercy play. Okay, so now we have a runner at third, one down. The Orioles have a couple of runs in. Yeah, right, Sean? I know. I'm sitting here, kind of having fun with these quote-unquote no-names, but they're sitting here just absolutely raking. Every pitch is just squared up, hitting to the gap. And whatever pitcher that was, Cook, that's part of the problem. He had a blister, clearly. There was blood on his hip. It was just tiny little traces. It wasn't sitting there gushing, but, you're sitting there with a blister on your pitching finger. What the I almost dropped an F-bomb. Boy, you can tell it's late. Oh, that's got to be something I got to think about. Oh, boy. How am I going to keep my cursing? I've done it so far. But once in a while, I get a little close. I got to save the cursing for the podcasts. When I'm calling the game, I want to be a little professional, Maybe a little more relaxed, not as uptight as a pro. But, a little bit of professionalism. That wouldn't be bad, would it? Yeah, you might want to give Bowie the Double-A championship, too, Let's take a look at the schedule here. Might be easier to go this way. I believe we got the Pirates coming up in the middle of the week. I know the Twins are the last spring game. Okay, so it's Phillies, then Red Sox, then Pirates, then split squad, then Twins. Will I be covering the next 3 nights, which for me will be 5:05 a.m. first pitches? We'll have to see. Okay, we're back underway, and the first pitch has popped up into left field. It's caught. The runner from third is tagging. Here comes the throw, and it's not received by the catcher, bouncing to the backstop. The Orioles put another run on the board. All right, so what do we got? We need an extra point to make it 2 touchdowns, or are we happy with a touchdown and a couple field goals? 2 out in the top of the 9th. 20 runs between these two sides. Gabriel Ponce is the Blue Jays pitcher. His first one to Handley, the backup catcher, is inside for ball 1. Hanley got hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance, and he swings and misses here, 1-1. Sean, I'm a Maryland boy who grew up just outside Washington, D.C. in Prince George's County. And growing up in the 80s and 90s, your home teams were Washington football, Washington hockey, Washington basketball, and Baltimore baseball. So those have been my teams, and there's only been one change in that time. I got divorced from the Washington football team after being completely fed up with an absolute crap organization that goes beyond just success on the field. The ownership, some of the stuff they were doing. There's documentaries out there about it if you don't know. So guess what? I said, you know what? If I get one chance in my life to become a free agent, this is the one. I'm sick of the Washington football team, and so the Ravens have adopted me. Why not? I would have been a Colts fan, but they fucking left town. See, I dropped the F-bomb. You knew we're going to the bottom of the 9th inning, and I just dropped an F-bomb. I had 3 more outs. Oh, my God. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. Oh, God. Yeah, Sean. So, I sort of have dual citizenship. You know, Maryland, my Maryland. The despot's heel is on thy shore, Maryland, my Maryland. All right? Lord Calvert, Lord Baltimore. I'm all about Maryland history, baby. But at the same time, I got D.C. roots as well. So I got dual citizenship. Growing up, it wasn't a problem. You know? You don't have to worry about the Washington football team playing the Ravens. You didn't have to worry about the Nats playing the Orioles or anything like that. It was just, yeah, you got one team in your area. One's in one city. The others are in the other. I don't know. Was there any follow-up questions? All right, bottom of the ninth we go. My goodness. Hey, folks, thanks for hanging out with me. As soon as we get to the final pitch, I'm going to wrap things up and try to go to bed because apparently I've got, at best, 6 hours of sleep ahead of me. It's probably going to wind up being closer to 4 because once the sun comes up, I can't sleep. Yeah, I'm not saying Jack King Cook was a a saint by any means, but during the glory days of the Washington football team, I was a very young boy. You know, we won our last Super Bowl. I think I was 14. I was a freshman in high school. Here's a high fly ball to left field, caught out there, one away on the track. So while I grew up and learned about, you know, what one could argue as an unsavory character, when you're a kid at the time, all you're seeing is the results on the field. And they were heroes. They were heroes. 3 Super Bowls, 3 different quarterbacks, the Joe Gibbs era. That's what I grew up with. All right, Horowitz is up there for his 3rd at bat since coming into the ball game. 0 for 2, lined out and struck out. McGow is on the mound now for the Orioles, another lefty. This one's fouled back 1-2. The next pitch is pop foul and back behind the plate. We'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Sean, I am wrapping things up, and you seem to be the only person that is really, taken the dive and been here for most of the ball game. Sean, I'd love to hear some feedback. Now, hopefully you'll be kind, but at the same time, honest. Do I call a decent game? And let's keep this to the first 6 innings before every player turned into somebody you don't know. Am I calling a decent game? I know I've flubbed some words here and there. You do get mushed-mouthed when you just keep talking and talking for several hours straight. I don't know how these people do it. Hey, Fitz, you're still here? Here's a pitch in there at the top of the zone for a strike. 2 down. 2 more strikes and I can get out of here. You've had you on for most of the game. Audio and everything, huh? Here's a swing. Oh, this one's golfed out into left. Forget about it. That ball is over the catwalk, over the wall in left field, and some nobody with the number 94 with a home run off of some nobody. The Blue Jays get one back. It's Gabriel Martinez with his first home run of the spring. That'll make the score 13-8. Blue Jays still down 5 with only 1 out to go. Still not too late, Sean, to give me a little bit of feedback. Oh, you like the bye-bye birdie homer calls, do you? Boy, it's the lag, though, because I'm just now getting replies on that. It's going to make it really tough to interact with everybody. It must be having, again, it's my computer memory. I do another stream where I do have, like, a video playing in the background, but maybe having it plugged in with an HDMI cable to a giant monitor is just a little asking my computer a little bit too much to stream with. I don't know. I'm worried about it. I want to be able to have a back and forth with chat. All right. The Jays are down to their last strike, and there's going to be at least one more pitch in this game as that ball's inside. You got to have a home run call, right, Sean? I'm sitting here wondering why in the history of the Orioles none of our announcers ever used bye-bye birdie. It's mine. Here's a fly ball to right field. Kerstad, who's played the whole game, or is that Stowers? I don't know. All these Oriole corner outfielders have blonde locks of hair. I don't know who that was. Whatever. It's the last out of the game. The Orioles win. Your final score, 13-8. The Orioles improve on the spring to 19-5. The Orioles are going to win 20-something games in March. Good Lord. Please carry it over for the next 6 months and change. Your winner is Pham, who pitched the last couple of innings. Eisert, your loser. As you can see, the Orioles laid it on thick in the final innings. 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, 2 in the seventh, 3 in the eighth, 3 more in the ninth, 13 runs on 17 hits. Let's take a quick look at that box score just a little closer before I get out of here. Yeah, I got to figure out a way, Sean, to get the attention of Oriole fans over here. Because I mean business, baby. I mean business. So, yeah, Jackson Holliday, home run today. Fantastic. Also made a great play in the field. Also turned a double play with Gunnar Henderson. Scored a pair of runs. Had a couple of hits. Drew a walk. His OPS right now, right at 1,000. Adley Rutschman walked twice. 0 for 1 otherwise, but he also picked off a runner. He made a nice defensive play. Jordan Westberg hitting third, went 1 for 2, had a run scored. And Robinson, who came in to replace him, also went 1 for 2 and drove in a pair of runs. Colton Cowser, what an interesting day for him. First 3 at-bats, looked lost at the plate, struck out 3 times. Then comes up for one more shot, and hits a ball about 430 feet or so to dead center. So he continues to rake, 351 average, OPS in la-la land right now. Nevin also had himself a nice day, and I mean, what do you do with a guy like Nevin? This dude is hitting 340 in the spring. What do you do with him? I mean, nobody's talking about him as a legit piece anywhere in this Orioles team this year. Not now, not later, unless there were like 4 injuries or something. Kyle Stowers, after that big 3-homer game, not so big of a game, but did drive in a run with a sacrifice fly. Kobe Mayo, come on, Kobe. All this offense today, it was a hit parade. Everybody was invited, but you decided to take a day off. He went 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. But, hey, he's still hitting 333 in the spring. OPS in the high 900s. You'll love to see it. Heston Kjerstad with a 3 for 4 day. That raises his average to 261. And Connor Norby, hits his first home run of the spring. That was a beauty. He's hitting 292. Couple of RBI and a run scored. My goodness. This lineup. By the way, this lineup where we're not talking Ryan Mountcastle. We're not talking Anthony Santander. We're not talking Cedric Mullins. We're not talking, Ryan O'Hearn. Austin Hayes. I mean, this is ridiculous. Try emailing Ryan or Zach to see if they will promote your channel. I think what I'm going to do, Sean, is just, when they're streaming and I can chat, I'm just going to try to keep myself, I'm going to try to build up, I'm going to try to make people remember who I am. That way, if I do email them or something, they're going to be like, oh, you're that guy. But I want to build up a little bit of a rapport first. But yeah, I did get a bit of a shout out today by Ryan on his podcast. So yeah, looking forward to it. Hey, I'm 1 degree away from talking to my all-time hero, Cal Ripken Jr. If I can become buddies with his son, I would love that. Not to say that that's the only dimension you have, Ryan. I do love your coverage, not only with the Orioles, but Baltimore sports, Maryland sports in general. It's good stuff. Love the work you do with the telestrator, breaking down stuff. And the sunglasses, too. They're on fleek. All right, guys, I need to leave. Oh, by the way, the pitching staff. Again, it's not all positive news today. Cole Irvin really got knocked around for the third straight appearance in the spring. 5 walks. Ugh. He's going to get one more start, you would think. I mean, again, we're looking at the schedule here. This is today, so 2021, 22, 23. Yeah, it sets him up to start the final game of the exhibition, of the spring training with the Twins. And then you're probably going to have him just pitching a bullpen session right around here and then maybe making his first start in that last game in the series against the Royals in April, to start April. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight. For you this afternoon. For me, all night long. It's been a blast, and I look forward to more of the same coming up again this week. The plan is to do 2 of these 3 6:05 starts. If I do all 3, then I'll be impressed. But I think at this point, more realistic, to shoot for 2 out of 3. And again, it's going to depend on these broadcast networks and whether or not they're telling me the truth when they say they're going to play the game. Sometimes they're telling me one thing and they're doing another. So, but that would be nice to see. The Phillies, oof. How about a rematch of the 83 World Series? Red Sox, let's go. Pirates, 71 and 79. There's more payback. This is the year of the payback. The Twins. Hey, didn't you beat us in the ALCS like in 82 or something? I can't remember. All right, I got to get out of here, guys. I enjoyed the whole thing. If you're watching this later and you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button, why don't you? I can't wait to see how many subs I have when I end this stream. But for now, that's going to do it for me. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later.